Blink right now. He just finishes him off. Whoa.
Holy shit, that was quick.
Whoa. That was real quick, which I didn't have my replay buffer on. Let me turn the replay buffer on. Okay. Replay buffer is now on, so we can watch some replays starting from here on out. Why are my scores not changing from my stream deck? I guess I have to do it manually.
Hey Reef, you mentioned if you want anyone to help cast, if you'd like me to, this is Jeff. I can help with for sure, but I'll let you do this duel here.
Yeah, yeah, man. If you want it, I do this for the community. Oh, they're already off. They're going round two. They're just straight up ready to go. Kifri just in it, got killed real quick last round, but he's back in it. He's fighting. Wow, Eternal Sins is so tanky, and like that, there it is. Eternal Sins moves up.
I do have one request. Could you invite Caster Jeff to the group, just spelled normally?
Yeah, can you whisper me and I'll send the invite?
I sure can.
Oh, Caster Jeff. I see what's going on. I like that.
Yeah, I was gonna on my character, but I was like, I didn't. Yeah, yeah.
Shinra, I'm just seeing your whisper now. So everything is we do have one person on standby for the person who might not make it in, but this is going to happen every single week from here on out. Wednesday, expect this. If you like to PvP every Wednesday, expect this to be here. Same time, same day. This is kind of like what I do for. This is my spare time fun. I love hosting events. I love building out communities. So I'm super. I love the fact that already this week one. Look at all this. This blows my mind. So yeah, every single week it's going to be here. So if you have if you want to, then just tomorrow 8 a.m. just go into the Discord. You'll see. Let me put it in. I believe is this the yeah right there. So in chat you'll see it. That's the link. Just go in there. Put on. If I Alt Z, I'm just seeing your message here, Ashton. Ashton, if I whoa Alt Z, mine's Alt H. I won't be able to see their health. So that's the. I know I'll apologize a million times. I'm sorry for how cluttered this is. Next week it won't be like this. I promise you. I just didn't have time. And actually next week I'm gonna get the drone up so I can give you guys a sunset shot. I have a very nice sunset in front of my house, so I'll show you guys that next week too, so you guys can see a beautiful sunset. Okay, so fight 2 now. Eternal Sins moves up. The winner of the next fight, Cuckoo versus Bomb Diggy, which Cuckoo actually didn't accept the invite. They weren't. Let me try one more time. Yeah, Cuckoo's not on. So Cuckoo's straight up out. All right. So Bomb Diggy, that's a free win there. I'm not, we've had some issues in the past of this, and it's we just got to move on because once they start, sometimes these tournaments run really long. So Bomb Diggy moves up. Bomb Diggy, just know next round you're gonna fight Eternal Sins. Cuckoo, I guess we'll chat later. Maybe they thought it was a different time. I don't know. So then now up next will be Gorgish versus Josito Jones. Now, what's cool about Josito Jones, which I said earlier, is I had saw that Josito Jones was in that OTK tournament. I'm pretty sure it was you, Josito, because the name was like Josito SMFG or something, or like SFMG, something like that. I was like, whoa, if that's the same Josito, that's wild, because he made it to like the quarterfinals or something. Like that's kind of scary. That's a monster right there. Okay, so Gorgish, Josito Jones, you guys are up, and then Jeff, absolutely, man, you can pop in right now, start casting.
I would need a summon if that's okay. I'm getting close, but I didn't prepare this character for this.
I cannot summon. If anybody wants to, if there's a warlock here that wants to summon Caster Jeff,
That'd be sick.
that would be
Otherwise, I'm in org otherwise, so I won't be too long.
perfect. So Josito Jones, he's already down in some sort of consume there. He's ready to go. Gorgish standing here like Mike Tyson. Look at how stoic he is. Not moving, not drinking, not doing anything. Just staring him down. Josito Jones. What's that? This is getting his head. This is a psychological move here, Gorgish. Look at him still. Ready. Prepared. Josito Jones slammed him. I don't know. I'm not. I am. I will. You guys will learn over time. I am literally as neutral as it gets. Uh, I do not play favorites. Never have. Never will. But one thing I do know is I've seen. Oh, is this not the same? Oh, wait a minute. All right. Never mind. Same character. I think. I was like, wait a minute. No way. Another Josito here. Okay. Well, I don't know what trading is going on over here. Some sort of deal. Let me get this guy out of here just in case. All right. What's up? I want to see this. It's going to bug me. So let's get the sparkles out of here. Josito Jones, Gorgish, Rogue, Shadow Priest. Josito Jones starting right off Power Shield. Here he knows what's coming. Oh, he pulls out a Compact Reaper. Now, one thing that I've learned is that when you have a pet out and you're trying to get out of combat just to maybe bandage or maybe to heal somehow, eat some food maybe, it makes it very difficult to get out. The pets are relentless. Oh, Homunculus doing some serious damage. Gorga's trying to catch up. All he's doing is just kiting right now. We have Josito Jones running away, letting the Homunculus do the damage with the dots. Oh. And Gorgish goes down round one. Those dots and Homunculi just... Gorgish couldn't close fast enough to try to stop or stun Josito there.
Look at the... oh, shit. I'm
round
out.
one.
Oh, I gotta go to voice activated. Look at the sheer amount of buffs on these guys, too. Okay, I'm kind of locked in, ready to go now, bud. Oh, yeah, look at the sheer amount of fucking buffs on these guys. You got to come prepared, you know? And these guys They're bringing out all the tricks. You love to see it.
Gorgish has his boon displaced right now. Josito, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen this many buffs in my life.
Dude, what the fuck? My guy's got 3 rows of buffs.
I didn't even know you could have this many buffs.
Holy shit. Yeah. I feel underprepared.
Josito Jones, AWC champion here.
Whoa, what's AWC? Teach me. I'm into. I need to learn all
Arena
this.
World champion.
Whoa, really? For real?
All right, he does get him out of the stealth with the fierce. So the rogue's not going to get the proper opener. It's going to end. There's the Shadow Word Death. Already got him to half HP down to 40%. Tries to suck in those mutant blades. They're not going to be enough, and they are going down in the round 2.
Wow, that. I didn't even. Whoops! I'm so sucked in. I didn't even. Let's see if I caught the replay on that. There we go. So you see, I mean, I did catch the tail end of it.
Yeah, it got caught out of the fierce. It didn't get a proper opener, and by the time the fear ended, it ended right at the last tick with the Shadow Word Death just cutting through him down to 50% HP before he even got to play the game.
That makes me kind of afraid of Josito. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was thinking about giving my spot to the mage that asked. I feel well prepared. I can just cast.
I mean, this is week 1. Everything, we are definitely super open and lenient for everything. Do remember that this is for fun. I do know a lot of people do get super competitive. A lot of people do get very in the zone, very passionate.
Hell yeah.
Which I'm all about that. But just remember that this is for fun. Like I do this in my free time. The prizes are out of my own pocket. So this is for fun. Always remember, at the very end of the day, just make sure you're having fun.
I'm getting whispers left and right. I can't back out. They want me to fight it, so we gotta.
So you're in.
Yeah. I'll switch over at that point.
All right. So let me get let me just get these names up. So up next we have Damanu versus Felice. Am I pronouncing that right? Felice?
Yeah. Felice Navidad, I think, is a full pronunciation.
Oh, Felice Navidad. All right, so again, if you look at the nameplates, you will see that Damanu has an M and Felice has the H. The M just means mage, H is for hunter. A PR will be priest. It'll say lock for warlock, and then war for warrior, because they both start with WAR. I don't know if you have a better abbreviation, let me know. But saying Shaman's S, so on. Okay, so Damanu, Felice, hunter, mage. I got a few DMs that people were saying a lot of people believe that the warlocks are going to win, but I have a few people that were saying they think the mages are going to take it all.
I've been impressed with mage this phase. It's one of those where last phase it was funny when you watch duels tournaments versus the mage, especially like Boomkin mage and stuff. They're a lot scarier now. They blast you if they get that ignite proc. Now this is a frost mage, deep frost mage. This is something I've seen a little bit less of in the 1v1. So I feel like I've seen a little bit more fire, at least in the past few days. That being said, Frost is such a strong candidate because of that Ice Berry cycling. They do have that Shatter crit now. They didn't before, so that extra 50% raw crit whenever they manage to get a freeze off. And they do have a lot of tools to help them deal with melee, especially.
If you're like the perfect person for this, you're clearly you clearly know exactly what's going on. I love it.
I've done a lot of tournaments. I love doing it. So if you ever need me to take part in these, I'd be happy to be a part of the crew. I used to host a lot of tournaments before private servers on PvP Henhouse, and you had rock stars playing there before Classic came out. So a lot of practice, and you just learn the runes and then go from there, which is a lot, actually, looking at all the runes and knowing what's meta. But here we go. The next round's going to get started. Gets the Frost Nova down on both of them. The Scatter's going to come out. He trinkets out of that Frost, but is going to get polymorphed immediately. And we have that pet beating him. He's going for the pet kill. He still has that living flame. Kona Cold comes out, kiting the pet away. Down to half HP, doing a lot of damage to it. Just arcane explosions. Hunter's going to get out of that sheep. Heartbreak tick comes out. Mage is very low right now. Just go get back up to a better total. It looked like maybe a health potion there. Tries to kite away. Do they get the sheep off once again? Feint Dash going to come down. Going to cancel that sheep. And now it's just Vipered. The Viper's just ticking away on the mage here, getting low. Ice Block comes out, but it's too little too late, most likely, right? What can you do at this point? There's the health potion. Before it might have been the chronostatic, and GG, the
what
big melee coming out with the flanking strike. Yeah, you're seeing that. I'm gonna actually look into this on the side at the same time, but I imagine they are probably like a Beastmaster hunter with like flanking strike and stuff like that.
There is one. Sorry to cut you off, Jeff. There is one. One thing I would ask, if we can just not bring the duel over here where like all these guys are. Just try to, when you kite or when you you know, telly, whatever, just try to run out this way.
Never mind. He's marksman with scatter with the crit from the mongoose, so big melee's big damage. Less dependent on the pet, so the pet died. He cared less. That's probably a win. And I should have known it wasn't Bestial because Beast, because they did not use Bestial Wrath. So yeah, marksman survival right now. Next duel's going to get started here. You can take this one, buddy.
Round 1 went to. Oh no, there's no way I can top what you're doing right now. There's no way.
All right, I didn't set up the UI yet, but we're going with it anyway. They are going to just they're getting so much disruptive damage coming out from the cat. That's why you want the fast attack speed, getting low, and dodge. My bad on this late start there.
With that damage, oh wow, and that was so crazy too. That very first match between these two, that very first round. I mean, we saw Felice down to what, like in the single-digit percentage there for health.
It was quick,
and came back to just sweep that. What a fight! What's interesting is one thing I learned from hosting tournaments is I realized like there's no way I can compete with some of these people. Like I feel good, you know, I'm like, all right, you know, I'm geared up, I'm ready to go. But then you watch these people who are just ridiculously talented fight, and it just puts reality in place for me. I'm like, there's no way I can't. I mean, I'll try, but
yeah, I feel the same way. You'll be feeling good some days, like you're winning a lot of duels, you're making huge plays in your BGs, you know what I'm saying? And then you face some of the people that play their class a lot more. Maybe they're just better, and it humbles you a little bit. But one thing I will say is big shout out to Bobka even for last night for making a little dueling event out here in Crossroads. And it was like a great outlet, like for people to practice dueling. It's like it wasn't competitive, and it could be if you wanted it to be. There was gold duels and stuff, but it was like new players too coming out and just like tossing duels, just trying to get better, you know. And I love to see that because it can be hard to like break into different PvP scenes.
Yeah, I was watching a lot of people were streaming it last night. Actually, it was wild to walk in and just see like 12 dueling flags all down right next to each other. Everyone running around fighting. That was cool. Okay, so up next, so they're all ready to go. Ecto, Tazanian. And that's Tazanian. I think it's good. Tazanian.
Right? He's a great shaman, good friend of mine. Also streams on Twitch. content creator, makes sick clips with like one-shot shit. So we'll see what happens here. He's going to put the totems down. There's no rules. Sometimes it's like no pre-totems. There's nothing here that disallows that. So he's getting some of those down now. And he's clever with his astral projections. It's something his little totemic projections, astral, sure, whatever kind of projection you want. He can do that. Gets the grounding down. That allows for 2 groundings too. In time, he's probably waiting to accept that duel, waiting for that CD just a little bit because it's an anything goes type situation right now. We are going to see the meta Warlock. Might think Taz is melee. Might be in for a shock, if you will, versus this Shaman.
Ecto said 20-yard start, and Tazanian just ran right in and said no rules.
Yeah, you know what?
I said, I see.
That's the way she goes. I have a little story after this one too, but these players don't have quite as many buffs. If you look, here we go. The Iron Grenade coming down isn't going to connect. It's not going to connect. Taz just kind of poking away at them right now. I'm not exactly sure what strategy they're going to employ. We'll look at their talents later. Puts the Flame Shock down, chipping away at them. Taz getting sucked by that life drain right now. No chance of getting rid of it. Getting low. Are they going to get rid of it? There's the AG. They didn't pop it in time.
Round 1 goes to Ecto.
Oh, I think I know what strategy he was going to employ. Didn't quite make it, but it was. I think it was an AG heal play, but he didn't get the. He almost tried to hold it too long with an. If I'm right here, the Nature Swiftness healing touch after AG, and it's actually like a defensive offensive. It's going to heal you a bunch, and then it's going to burst you down. It's fucking dirty. I was playing against it last night. Excuse my language. But I think he tried to hold it too long, and then there was no time. I think that was what was going on there.
I just looked over at chat here. I just saw Moonfire Beam say ban locks, priests, and rogues.
Fair.
Then we'll just ban hunters and warriors.
Anything but Boomkin. We want to be strong. All right, next duel goes down. Let's see if he's able to pull off his combo this time.
Remember, this is 2 out of 3, so Ecto only needs 1 more round to move on. Tazanian's going to have to win this round.
Look at this, too. They've got 1 row of buffs. They've got 1/3 of Hosey's buffs.
Oh, Tazanian didn't have those buffs last time. Unless I clicked on someone else.
I think he is drinking now. He might not have noticed that. I think these are fresh buffs. So he wants to win this. Maybe he was waiting. Maybe he thought he could take this one. He's going to have to, put more chips on the board here. All right, there we go.
He has a detect invisibility potion too.
They got a little bit of everything. Taz trying to purge and clean this Warlock. It's going to take a lot. They're pretty scummy. The Iron Grenade is going to go down. Isn't going to connect. He's very low. AG is going to come out. He gets Blanket Silence. No, Taz.
Wow, that was a dominant performance right there by Ecto.
I think they saw the play. Honestly, I really wanted to see him get that off, but the Blanket Silence is a reasonable counter versus it. I've seen the Nature Swiftness Healing Touch AG combo. Basically, what it does is you pop AG, which makes it so when you heal, it does damage. When you do damage, it heals. And then they'll Nature Swiftness in the Resto Tree and Healing Touch themselves back up to full. Almost all the time full. And then it does about 700 to 1,000 damage offensively. The Blanket Silence covered that. Didn't allow him to make the combo work.
Now, I will say there were a fair amount of people. What's interesting is when you break into rule sets for these kind of things, it's a very tough thing to do. It's a very delicate balance, and we're gonna see how this plays out, in 1 week at a time. Oh, he's ready to go. Ravsy sitting down drinking, getting them buffs ready. Moonfire, I love seeing all these buffs. I love it. There's so many of them. Ravsy Mage, Moonfire Beam, Druid.
All right, duel's going to get started here. Ravsy, 70%, tries to get the Scorch Downs. Will they get any Impact procs? Will they get Ignite procs? We are going to see the Scorch stacks picking up, the Firebomb going, but no procs from the Fire Mage yet. There is going to be the crit. The Pyroblast coming out. Moonfire Beam Lower total is going to get the regrowth off. Will we get the inner up? No, the chronostatic preservation is going to come out from the mage, trying to preserve some of that health, if you will. Moonfire is going to just keep cycling. Can he get the Starfire? No. Ooh, did he get the fake cast? It might have actually interrupted, but either way, he has the Nature School of Magic. The Wrath come down. Are we going to see a heal? There, he finally get an impact proc. Blast Wave comes down, cycles in. Just some Wrath spam, trying to get those instant touch healing touches, and there it is. GG. You know, I think that's a play too with the Druid. You need to, if you're gonna get locked out of any school of magic, it needs to be arcane. There's been some times where I've, you know, whether it's autopilot or playing improperly or whatever the case might be, maybe you cast nature, and getting locked out of wrath is just more punishing because you can't heal yourself. Wraths are the faster cast. You're more likely to land wraths than you are starfires. If you're locked out of Starfire, you're like, okay, that's on CD now. I'm casting Wraths. I'm casting Rejuice. I can still stay in this. Right play.
Bob, we're coming here showing off that. Dang, that mount is so cool.
It is, man, and it's from. I'm a Wisconsinite, you know, not a big fan of the Packers, but used to love them a lot, and I'm still a casual fan. So those colors are something that I can get behind.
I think I want the Tauren mount, that big dino. What I think I'm going for next. I think it's my next move inside.
You don't hear that all the time, but here we go. We get this duel started. I'll inquire about that in a second here. The Blanket Silence is going to come down. Oh, it wasn't even a Blanket Silence. It was a Mist Silence / Starfire once again, which he just doesn't care about. Entangling Roost running away. You love to see it. The blink should be... No, it's off cooldown, so you're able to blink out of the Roost right away. Ooh, instant Pyroblast is able to get it off. Entangling Roost tries to run away. Fire Blast is enough to finish him off.
Whoa, what a That was nice.
Sexy. 1-1.
That was real nice. 1-1 brings it back.
So no Blanket Silence from the mage, just because you are fire, you can't get that. But they are locking out one school of magic. But thankfully, Moonfire is assuring, like, hey, you're gonna, you know, you have two choices: interrupt this Starfire or get hit by it. what do you want to do? You know, and then he is free to do the rest and everything. Now it worked out for a mage. Got a good Pyroblast off from the 2 instant from the hot streak. Was able to kind of get out a Pyroblast, did a lot of damage as well. Actually was able to both rounds. One thing that's nice about SOD Fire Mage, especially early on when there's less crit available, you do have that talent Burnout that gives you 15% crit with your skills costing a little bit more, which gives you that more consistent crit that you normally only get till later on in the game. Next duel flag is going to go down, and this will determine who moves on. All right, Roots wants to bait the blink / can't blink. They are going to blink. Very interested with the amount of wrist play. Oh, what the? Boom, headshot.
What? I wish I could have seen how high that hit was.
By the light of a loon, Moonfire comes out and one-shots this squishy mage.
That was unbelievable.
Whew.
What a fight.
You love to see it. I think he's rooting a lot, and it's like he's rooting once to bait the blink. To the point where I'm like, did they already blink and now he's just gonna root them and run away? And he's almost like running away, rooting again, trying to run away, and then hitting him with the Starfire. That's kind of like, what's going on now. I don't know, like, the interrupt, if they didn't interrupt, if they had interrupt before or missed the interrupt, but that Starfire went off, and that was kind of what I was saying in the duel before. You have two choices when that thing is being cast at you, because it's a long cast. It's kind of like Lava Burst Chain Lightning. It's going to take a second to get off, but once you get it off, it's going to do a lot of damage. So you interrupt that, or you let it hit you. Well, it hit him, and that's what happened. That was fun.
Now, we had Para, the person that's up next to fight Bobka. There was... Oh, what? Oprah, what's going on? You said you got a raid in 15 minutes? Yo, do the raid later. Oh, X-Zane's in. Beautiful. He could make it. I'm glad. So the person who's actually out the following match was able to make it. It was like perfect timing. So X-Zane... Okay, Opera Tank. One thing I do think that's kind of funny is other tournaments are the same way, is like they'll like sign up, and we do this, we're going to have this like a week ahead of time. We have the check-ins 36 hours before, which is specifically for that. The check-ins are for, oh, Xane, you're already in here? Did I? Oh, you are, dang. The check-ins are specifically for that. The reason why we do the check-ins so close, it's like flying on a plane, right? Maybe you can make it, maybe you can't, but you check into your flight 24 hours before the flight, so they know that if you know, you can't make it, they can give that seat to somebody else. And that this is the exact deal right here with Oprah Tank Fury, not trying to like, you know, put you on the spot or anything, Oprah. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Opera, maybe. But yeah, that's the point. I mean, you signed up, you checked in, I believe today. So you should have known to say, sorry, Raid, I can do it, but I can do it after, especially if it's a pug. But yeah, I guess if you can't make it, you can't make it. Do know that we do count no-shows, though, just so that way we can know in the future. Like if people do check in and they force like an open spot and we have to wait or whatever, the bot that we have automates all the stuff. It like it's actually going to start automating rank pretty soon, which is going to be real nice. But it does put on like we're going to have to add the player profiles over to WoW, but eventually you'll be able to right-click someone's name in Discord and you'll be able to see their win record, their loss record. You know, like what events they've won, stuff like that.
That's awesome, man. I know Jerome's been hungry for something like that.
Yeah, the bot's totally custom. If anybody else uses a has any kind of tournament deal that they do, any other game, let me know. We can totally get the bot over there with you guys because it's a lot of work went into it. Okay, so all right, so Para. Let's see if Para is on. This is the last chance for Para. Earlier, didn't know. Right. He's not on. All right, so Para is out. So Babka, you just move into the next round. So Para, you will be facing Moonfire Beam. Hopefully you just watch that fight, Babka, because that's who you face next in round 2. Okay, so then after that we have Optic Flare versus Xzane, and Xzane is here, so it worked out great.
Oh shit, Bobka's dueling Bobka right now. He's got a pretty good opener on him. He's got a pretty good opener. Can he? Bobka turn it around. Down, getting low. Can he blind? Can he get any? Oh,
Bobka Zug couldn't stand Bobka.
Damn.
Bobka Zug?
It might have been a gear difference. I'm not sure. I got to check their buffs. It's pretty equal buffs. I don't know. Kind of odd. I'll talk to the players after. Get an interview.
So Xzane faces Optic Flare. Where are we at, Optic Flare? Are we here? The Optic Flare. Let me start doing some whispering here. All right. So we'll see what he's got to say. He says he's new to the guild and they needed me. So another person dropped due to having to raid. Are you guys in the same guild, Optic and Opera? Do you guys both just like duel get together and say, hey, there's 2 of us, you guys just wait a little bit? Let's see, Agori and Swamp? No? All right. Interesting. So, cool. I guess, all right, well, Optic Flare, remember, you're also new to Rift, too, and we need you here. Just kidding. I guess good luck in a raid. But in the future, guys, if you could just know, like, hey, you checked in today, just be like, hey, we have, can raid later. Millions of Noma runs going on. They'll be going on all night long. So, all right, so I guess Optic Flare is out. Xzane, you made it just in time to get yourself a bye into the next round. So although it says out on Xzane in the brackets, he is not out. He is in. Actually, let's fish that out right now real quick. So we know he's not out. Xzane is a mage, I believe, right?
Let's see.
I believe he is. Okay. Cool. So then up next we have Drip Psycho versus Prodigy. Warlock versus Priest. Prodigy is here. Drip Psycho, where you at? Drip Psycho's around here somewhere. Oh, there he is.
Hey, nice, saved.
And Prodigy is over here. Just so you guys know, this is the last fight of round 1. Then we enter round 2. The first fight, while we wait for these guys to set up, I'll just show this off real quick so we can see. This is the brackets this is how far we've made it so far. We're already almost done with round 1. Corvina versus Blazes will be the first fight. Next round, we'll have Eternal Sins versus Bomb Diggy. Farmer Jeff versus Ozito Jones. No Hit Jerome Felice. I Get Your Wife versus Ecto. Moonfire Beam Bobka. Oprah, I guess, dropped? No way, dude. Xane just gets bye right into the quarterfinals. I guess you made it back just in time, Xane.
Fun fact
if somebody
about
wants to take a spot, I guess we could do that.
there was a mage that was super hungry. I don't know if they're still here though.
There was a mage. Yeah, someone wants to come and do. I mean, that's two in a row. That's kind of lame. So yeah, someone wants to come in and fill the spot for round 2. So this spot is open. Just run up, tell me on in front of my face you're good, and then the winner of this next fight is going to face Major.
I have a mage if we need one.
You do?
Yeah, Zero, what was your...
do
you want to give me assist?
Oh, yeah, Remmings, actually. Remmings, if you're still watching, Remmings DM'd me earlier.
Oh, that
if you're
works
still
too.
here, Remmings, you can pop in. I promised you a spot if someone dropped. I do try to... I don't want to promise somebody something and then not give it to them. So, Remmings, if you can get here, the spot is yours.
I can slash who then. Whisper.
I'm not sure. Oh, here, let me get his account name, or his character name. He told me. His character name is Remmings with 2 S's. Remingss.
All right, duel's getting started. Actually, right now you're seeing double whelp. Oh my God! What is there? So many pets. There's a whelping. There's a target. There's like a target dummy. There's a mechanical. There's a lot going on right now. Meanwhile, the pets are fucking fighting in Narnia, and then there's a shadow fiend now chasing the warlock too. But neither of them have gotten hurt. Meanwhile, the pets are just like running around and stuff like that. But they're both sturdy. I don't really see if anyone has the edge right now. Both of them just getting whittled down. I'd say the Warlock is maybe behind in terms of mana totals, but anything could happen at this point. Prodigy starting to feel a little bit of pressure right now. Look at how many pets. Is that ethical? What the? How many? We need to get a pet count. Black Ops Prop's going to come down.
Dragon, get the Homunculi.
This is disgusting.
Dang, 2 Fell Hunters?
They're like fighting each other. It's I don't know exactly what's going on there. It was a 4-second mind blast.
How is there 2 Fell Hunters out here?
Oh, one of them's like a pet. One of them's a pet from like a quest, I think, or it's like from the Scarlet Monastery, maybe the hound that you summoned from the whistle, maybe.
Oh, the dog whistle? I have them. I've never summoned them ever.
I can't remember if that's the model. I'm sure someone will correct me pretty soon. The Blake Silence is going down on a Dr. Psycho. Psychic Stream comes down at the words. He's just running away. Or the Psychic Stream Excedia anyway. Dr. Psycho getting low. Mind Blast coming out. Not quite as delayed this time. Less pets on him. Only 1 pet. Dr. Psycho, does he have anything left in the arsenal? He does lose. That was a very confusing duel.
That was so crazy. So much stuff running around.
Okay, how many pets do we got here? We got a mechanical. We got 3. So it'd be a mechanical, 3 homunculus, the Guardian Fellow Hunter pet. Then they had the Dragonling as well, and the Shadow Fiends. So we're talking 3 homunculus, mechanicals 4, the Whistle is 5, the Whelpling is 6. I can't remember if I said Fiends, so 6 or 7. Jesus. That's scary. I'm told it's from the Gentleman in Duskwood is what gives that pet. I can't remember the last time I've seen that one.
So Xane, just a heads up, you're actually not gonna have the. Actually, no, I changed my mind. You will. We're just gonna replace Oprah with that because he's gonna have to get here. I don't think he's here, so we'll give him time to get here. So Xane, I take everything I just said back. You still have your bye. You're gonna face a mage, by the way, Xane. Change Oprah real quick. Let me double check that. Actually, I don't want you to prep for a mage. It's actually not a mage. Let me make sure. Yeah, it is a mage. Okay.
Yeah, that was the one thing I thought about when I was like, oh, someone can take someone's slot. That's like the one thing. But once again, you said this, it's early. you know, figuring things out. Well, this is going to be duel 2. It was the longest duel that was confusing, so I almost thought it was kind of over right now as the second duel is going to get started. Blanket Silence goes down onto the mage from the Fell Hunter as they just kind of exchange damages here. Blanket Silence now goes on to Dr. Psycho as they get Psychic Streamed away. We are going to see a Blackout proc as well on that. Kind of irrelevant because the Psychic Stream was still there. Full Psychic Stream despite damage that whole time. Not enough to break it. Kind of unlucky, really. Dr. Psycho at half HP right now. Uses the Grandmaster Arena Trinket. That's pretty big there. Prodigy getting low. Kind of chaotic here. There's a Shadow Word Death. I don't think it's going to be enough. Prodigy on the back foot right now. Doesn't have quite as many pets as last time. Is going to get the fear, and they do break the distance now. Are they going to try to bandage? They do have an Agony on them, so they're not going to be able to do that. We are going to see an eat and a drink. I imagine here 1 tick, 2 tick. There, the pet stops it. 2 ticks there total from the max food. Refreshes the dots onto this Warlock. You've seen a bunch of them as they run away, getting close to that dueling flag range, I would imagine. Dr. Psycho actually decides to life drain one of the homunculus because they feel they can't get in range of Prodigy, and they want to make sure they get that health back, and they put those Searing Pains into Prodigy, and yeah, safe play, just sucking the homunculus to make sure that they have enough life to deal with Prodigy, because Prodigy was out of range for the drain life. Might as well get it on cooldown. Even if you don't get full value, you're already in a winning position, and that's going to assure the win with the extra health you got.
What a comeback there for Dr. Psycho. Whatever adjustments he made from round 1 into round 2, it definitely worked.
100%. And we're kind of seeing this is one thing that's interesting, I think, especially. I think this is a better concept for a no-rule tournament to have a best of 3, because otherwise you can bring, like, max cheese duel 1, and then it's like, well, I did it, and I can dump my load now, and then I can wait for the next duel, dump my load again. And now this situation is like, all right, well, you don't have all your whelplings and all your toys to play with, so what are you going to bring to the table? Do you have more toys? Some of these lads do. You can only have so many though, so now it's more of an organic, like, here's what I have duel, especially for this third.
So now, 1-1. It comes down for these two fighters right now with this duel right here. The winner of this duel moves on in the tournament. The loser goes home.
And nothing. Only first place gets $100. These players, just, you know, they want that.
Winner takes all. Go big or go home.
Mm-hmm.
In the future, things will change, but you know, we're gearing up right now.
Yep. Getting you guys interested.
Think of this as a soft opening.
Exactly. Here we go. We are going to get that life drain out. Blanket Silence going on to the priest as well, trying to get max value from that drain life. Not going to be able to dispel it. At least not dispel it early as they cycle their power word shield on themselves. Will it get eaten by that Fell Hunter? It doesn't look like it might have. It might have been damaged, but it was pretty quick. That might have gotten eaten actually there. Dr. Psycho down to half HP. They got plenty of mana. Are they going to be healing themselves back up? There is no Blanket Silence down to Prodigy. Prodigy could heal. Are they going to try? Mind Blast comes down. They're panicking. Power shields comes down. Psychic Stream is going to get resisted. All that resist is going to pay off. All those buffs paying dividends, getting low. Dispersion coming down, letting the dots tick on Dr. Psycho. What's Dr. Psycho going to do? Just pumps Searing Pains, keeps running at him. Those are instant casts, and is going to take the third duel and move on to the next round.
Wow, what a comeback. Honestly, after round 1, that first round between those two, I'll admit, I was like, okay, Prodigy's looking like he's going to take this one.
Agreed.
But well done, Dr. Psycho. That was it.
And fun fact, Dr. Psycho is actually someone that won one of Noose's tournaments, which is another one that I casted and was a part of earlier in Phase 1 cycle. So good Warlock. And Prodigy was competing too. Excellent Priest as well.
It's crazy that he has the name Prodigy. That's crazy.
It is, you know, and that's the kind of fun thing about Fresh is you can actually yoink some of those names that you won't be able to once a month passes or even a week.
I feel like that's like a day 1 name. Okay, so Dr. Psycho moves up with the 2-1 win. We are now in to round 2.
And it's already started here in the back, if I'm not mistaken. These are the two, right? There's going to be a retaliation coming out. Rogue is
and Corvinus.
Yeah. Rogue actually gets the stealth off, so they do get to like burn that that huge cooldown, that 30-minute juicer. burned with a little juicer like the vanish, if you will. Are they going to get the sap? Are they opening right back up? Going to try to eat, get one tick. Are already going to just start battling again. Evasion comes down. Going to cheap shot into the 4 seconds. Trinkets out of it immediately. Getting very low from this rogue damage. Not even close. Grenades going to whiff. And there's the fear. Are they going to break it? Nope. Instantly broken out of. These warriors have explosive damage, but it's just not enough in round 1.
I mean, we saw Blazes in that his first fight. We saw him in that predicament before, that low health, and still was able to come back. Corvina's just had just enough power to be able to finish off that round.
Rogues do a lot right now. Like, a good rogue, scary as hell. Like, easily could win this. One thing that is going to interest me going forward here, maybe it's just because I felt very vulnerable to them, but Shadow Priest, I thought we're going to win this. I think it's not guaranteed. I think Warlocks stand a chance. I think Rogues stand a chance. Like, this is anybody's game still. All right, here we go. Next duel is going to go down with Warrior versus Rogue. And Warriors are not bad versus Rogues, actually. The cheap shot's going down onto this Warrior, full 4 seconds. Are they going to layer it right away? They do switch to their shield here. They have their shield out, 30% health down. And the re-stealth comes out from our Rogue friend. They are disarmed. Once again, it's disarmed. Gets the re-stealth here. Opening up with the cheap shot, DR'd. Getting low. Warriors feeling very vulnerable. There's the net. Charging back in. Hamstrings applied. But honestly, the Rogue's fine with fighting like this. GG.
Corvina. Looking good. That was a wild fight. I know a lot of you stream. If for next week, anybody who signs up for next week,
yeah,
just let me know if you stream, and then I'll like put it on screen for you and everything too. When you're up, just that way, people know where to find you. They want to watch your content. Okay, so Corvina moves on. Blazy's good fight. Up next, Eternal Sins. Excuse me, Eternal Sins versus Bomb Diggy. Warlock Shaman. We got Bomb Diggy here. There's Eternal Sins. I know you're around here somewhere. I swear I just saw you. There you are. All right. What the heck? I can't right now. We'll do it afterwards. I thought about it. I was like, you want some of this? You know that gif that like 3-year-old kid who's walking around and he pounds his chest. He's like, I'm grown.
Yes, I do.
That's what I was about to do. I was about to go in there swinging.
Well, if there's anybody that's feeling that way this phase, it's Shadow Priest from phase 1 to phase 2.
I like your like sanctuary right here.
Yeah, fun fact, I'm sure a lot of you knew this, but totems, each element drops at a specific corner of your character, so you can kind of like try to do things with that, or you just create the ultimate fortress of solitude like that.
Interesting. I did not know that.
So you can try to stack them if you know how to turn your character in one spot. All right, there is going to be a duel started. Amplify magic into the slow. They amplified the slow. Corruption going down onto this shaman. Just going to get frost shocked, cycling in that life drain. Now they're just that perfect distance to still keep draining, but they don't let it break. That slow is going to get de-applied. They're going to reapply it, but it's a less amplified version of it. This Warlock is just outranging this poor Shaman. Shaman, tanky as hell, but are they going to be able to catch him? Because the Warlock's just kind of draining right now. They're in a position where they're able to life tap. That's very uncomfortable for this Shaman. Frost Shock goes down. There's that amplify. That curse is it's not amplified, but they're so slow, buddy. They try to put the grounding. They try to project it forward, but this Warlock just keeps moving. The Frost Shock's going to get applied, and they're just moving. They also, fun fact, that Warlock has the cab T buffs, buddy. They have that movement
finally
speed.
closes the distance.
When they connect, it could have happened. It's scary as hell when those enhancement shamans connect. But he's gone all out. He went to Camp Tarajo and he got that movement speed buff. That's why he was so hard to catch. I had people I was drinking with all the time in phase 1 that would we would queue in Thunderbluff, but then a bunch of them were sitting in Camp Tarajo. And they would sit there getting all the buffs for those crystals for free every game. And I was just like, it's too much for me. It's too much.
See what Bomb Diggy does here to now that he kind of has an idea of what Eternal Sin's game plan is, assuming that he follows through with the same strategy this round.
Yeah.
And to see how Bomb Diggy tries to manage that this time.
It's tough because it's like he was frost tracking, he was grounding. Okay, the next duel is gonna get started. He needs to slow him. That's already a better start. He gets out of it the decoy totem. He switched decoy. He needed to switch decoy. He can do this. He can do this. That's a title charm. The title charm just came out. Very rare find right there. But he can't be slowed. He's gonna eventually catch him. There we go. Connects. Here's the melees. Down to about half HP, both these players. There's going to be an instant heal from the Maelstrom coming out from the Shaman, feeling a little bit more comfortable. Frost shot coming down. Are they going to connect? That life drain is so powerful as they suck this Shaman good. And they do close the distance. Decoy Totem's going to get out of that curse that slows them there, and he is finished, and this Warlock moves on to the next round. I feel like a lot of lads weren't talking about the strength of the Warlock in this dueling tournament. I was hearing Priest. I was hearing a little bit of Rogue. I was hearing whispers here and there. It wasn't the Warlocks everybody was necessarily vocally scared of, at least not in the circles I was in. Now they're always duels that are good, right? But it wasn't like the new kid on the block that's gonna own, and they're gonna do well. They have a solid kit.
Yeah, I had a couple people worried about Warlock. I actually had someone even say, they said, I'm just going to get a Warlock round 1, lose, and then just enjoy the show.
I guess my Warlocks, my circle's too small. I do think meta versus melee was going to be a problem. I was scared for the melee users out there for that, for sure.
Oh, now up next we have the Farmer Jeff. Are you gonna cast? Are you gonna?
Yes.
You gonna commentate on your own fight?
I'm not gonna commentate, but I'm gonna log over and we'll get this party started. Wish me luck. Good luck. Well, don't actually. That's biased. I'll be back in a bit. Just gotta get my dueling week car off. Where is he? I don't see it going well, but I'm going to give it another one. I just need to get full. I don't even have a target dummy with me, Classy. I'm gonna try to get away from all the other duelers, too. I do not know how to beat Shadow Priest, I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna log back to my other guy. I think Classy would be the only way I'd stand a chance, maybe, is if I did come a little more prepared and have things like Target Dummy and some of the other, like, goodies that I could have, but... yeah. I didn't speculate that was gonna, you know, turn out in Jeffy's favor.
Please push. Okay. Okay. These two up and ready to go. Farmer Jeff, I'm not sure if you're in here still.
I am. I'm gonna start my weak aura, but I'm 2 seconds behind now. Yeah, I got owned. That's the way she goes, buddy.
I do want to give a, I guess a double shout out now that Farmer Jeff has helped me several times. Before he even knew I was doing any of this, actually, I ran Warsong Ghost with you for like all night one time. I don't know if you remember, it was like 2 months ago. And I was asking you all these little questions, and you legitimately sat down and answered them all. Like, you were insanely helpful and super friendly, and I appreciated that. So it was super cool when I found out later that you were into the scene.
I love it. I live and breathe it. So thanks for having me. I appreciate that. Let's get this started here. First round going between these two duelers. No hit. Jerome puts down the power barrier and he says, no, not today. There's the trap. Gonna miss. Just walks right past it. And that pet is slapped from the magic dust from Jerome. You cheeky devil. You pocketbook warrior. He goes in. He puts the dots onto the phallus, if you will, and does penance himself back up. There's going to be a break from the sleep onto this pet. Is he going to be able to put another one down? Does he put another one down? I think he could if he really wanted to. This hunter's just kind of chunking away at Jerome, but look at Jerome's health totals. He's doing perfectly fine. Viper Sting on Jerome right now is going to let it tick on him just a little bit. Doesn't feel like a lot. Psychic Stream comes down right now. There's the trap. Going to resist on the pet. There's the target dummy from Jerome. He brings the goods. He brings the goods. Something I needed to do last duel. Target dummy for the pets. There's going to be the concussive shot onto Jerome, but he's just ganked me. He's feeling good though. He's full. He has everything. I don't even think he needed this dispersion. There's the scatter shot coming out from the hunter. Is he going to get the trap? There's the ice trap. Feigned death breaks out instantly from the trinket. Concussive shot's going to come down, but it doesn't matter. Mind blast won't connect as he cycles a powered shield and runs this hunter down. I don't know what he can do. I don't think anything. But he's going to try, and I respect that. Maybe if Scatter came out, maybe if he gets another trap. He got another trap. He landed it. Jerome let it. But can he heal? He puts on the medicine pouch. He starts eating. This lad duels. They're a good dueler. It's a really tough matchup. Jerome's had a lot of the trinkets he's needed to try to take this guy down. He's already at 40% health again, but it's not enough. He's got so much that this food's just not going to do a lot. There's the trap. Does Jerome hit it again? It's going to get resisted. Super unfortunate for the hunter. The scatter shot comes down. And he tries to kite away. Big fire trap. Not going to do a whole hell of a lot to Jerome. Jerome hasn't gotten down past 90% health as he uses the penance offensively. Feeling good about this one. Oh, Jerome started to take some damage at the end, but GG first round.
I totally just got gangs right there. You guys gonna give me, I don't know, 15 seconds? I don't know what happened. I just was because I don't, you know, I'm not looking down at anything. I was looking at the fight trying to keep everything within view, and I was just dead.
Oh shit!
So whoever got me, you got me, but please don't do it again.
If it is a problem, you can also, I think it would be no delay. You could watch my stream on Discord and at the very least see what's going on then. On Discord, yeah. But
Oh, they switch over to that? Yeah, I would have to set up a. That's a good idea to have like a backup.
I wonder if you buffed someone that was flagged or something.
Yeah, I'm just PvP persona. Oh, it's maybe because I healed someone who was.
Yep, I bet that was it, bud. All right, this gets started here again. Seems about the same so far, honestly. Hunter taking a lot of damage from these pets right now. Down to about half HP already. It's so tough because you can't get proper resets when there's so many pets on you. Jerome does get concussed and into the trap as well. But how does he deal with these pets? I'm not sure. You know, do you explosive trap? Like, do you send? I think you needed to send pet on him minimally, but I don't know. The Void Plague's still whittling away. Shadow or Death's still whittling away. He's finally eligible for a reset now, but by then the trap's already used. And even if he hits it, he used it. He used an Gnomish Cloaking Device or an Invis Potion there. I think the Invis Potion, I saw a potion in his hand. Yeah, Invis Potion. But the pets were chasing it still. I can tell you a fun fact about Stealth and Invis after this duel gets over as Jerome closes the distance, tries to finish this guy off. The guy uses the World Enlarger for fun. GG.
All right, no hit Jerome makes his way into the quarterfinals. Felice, good fight. Nice try.
Yeah.
Up next, we have I Get Your Wife versus Ecto.
Yep.
Priest Warlock. Another Priest Warlock fight.
Also,
right here, Sandy.
Felice, good tech. I liked your tech that I was seeing in there, by the way, Ben. It's a tough matchup, but I was seeing that. I like the Invis Potion. I liked the I liked a lot of what was going on there. Good retraps and stuff like that. Soft matchup. Well played. It's lovely. By the way, Jerome, good friend. We've been hanging out and doing way more together in the SOD. It's so sick to see him come out and like get involved with dueling tournaments. I love it because I know he's a competitive lad.
Yeah, No Hit Jerome actually has helped me out a lot as well. There are some things I just didn't have time to, you know, I'll say it for the 13th time. I just didn't have time to set some stuff up because I've been so busy. But for sure, the recommendations he was talking about to add in here are like incredible. So expect those next week. Shout out No Hit Jerome for that.
No doubt. And these are both 2-bar buff Andes. They had 2 full bars of buffs going out right now. Is going to be Warlock versus Priest. As this Warlock is just drain lifing, you know, the usual stuff right now. Powered shield cycled. Will it get eaten off? I don't think so. So they're at least getting value from that, which is really nice, but they're still taking so much. This Warlock doesn't need to cast. They keep instant casting, but this is even right now. Either player's game. It's going to come down to some crits, tech. There is going to be the dispersion coming out right now. Psychic Stream does connect with this Warlock. They are going to get Shadow Word Death. Black Op Proc's going to come down. Both getting very low, but it looks like the Warlocks is going to get beaten. GG. It looked like he had a little health on my screen too left at the end there.
Yeah, it looked like it on mine too.
Yeah, I was like, wait, it's over, right? 10%, but
Make sure I saw that right. Yeah, that's what I thought. Give you a quick heal because you're not PvP. I don't want to go PvP again.
there's a mage one-shotting people in the crowd.
They got me earlier.
They failed.
His name is Stream Snipe. Is that who it is? Is this guy right here named Stream Snipe?
Yeah, but he tried to get
the guy running around doing it.
They almost got that hunter, but that hunter's tanky as fuck. The hunter just got back from AFK and he's like, "What just happened?" He got hit for 90%. That's funny.
He's 30 seconds. He's ready now. Round 1 went to I Get Your Wife. Remember, these are best 2 out of 3. So I Get Your Wife. If he wins this round, he moves on. Ecto needs 2 straight. Ecto has to win this round. Also, if anybody wants to, you know, if anybody has literally something that they're just gonna throw away or vendor that's better than this for an offhand, let me know. I totally snagged this guy, which was awesome, but I need something better than that.
We need to get our guy
Oh,
on
they're fighting already,
Nobergan.
bad.
Yeah, just started, just cycled dots. So you didn't really miss anything here yet. Is this Blanket Silence does go down onto the Priest right now. Then Blanket Silence onto Echo, trading those as they run at each other, and Dispersion using in response to that to mitigate some of that dot damage here. Now it is just the Agony and the Drain life, but it's plenty. Power Shield cycled. Will it get eaten up? It does seem to be, because that was quick as hell. That is a lot of damage coming out. Ecto, 100. Oh, it was just, he had 100%. What's the difference? I don't even know the true difference.
I think he did that. Didn't he do that last fight too? Round 1 went down and then just took the next 2 rounds after that.
I think that was it, man.
That's his play. Getting in their heads.
Yeah,
Building confidence and then tries to shatter it.
I like it. I like it. You know, some players will lose a round. I feel I'm probably among them, is a non-veteran competitor, and you lose one, and it's kind of like, oh shit, you know. And it can be easy to lose that mental focus.
The silence between these two right now says it all. Look at them stare each other down.
And this is actually a great opportunity to you've done a lot of thanking today, but this is my turn to thank you. A big shout out to Reef Johnson for putting this tournament together today. Got a prize pool for you guys too. This is hosted by Reef Johnson and Rift Esports, which they also do other tournaments as well. If you guys are interested, consider joining in the community. If you're interested, I put it in my chat. I should put it in Reef's as well.
If anybody wants to register, just hop in Discord, go to the WoW registration channel and type /register. Registration for week 2 is closed right now, but will open tomorrow, I believe, at 8 a.m. So between 6 to 8, somewhere around there, Eastern Standard Time. Just make sure that 36 hours before the event happens that you go into the check-in channel and check in.
And then, of course, a big shout out to our competitors as well, because without you guys, there wouldn't even be fun.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, thank you. Thanks everybody for showing up. This is I'm amazed at how much you guys are like right off the bat. We're like, let's go. We're ready. Love it. So again, this is going to be every single week, every Wednesday from here on out. Excluding obviously the first 1, maybe 2 weeks of new phases. But I would very much like to start, if you're in Alliance and you want to be a part of this, right now it's Horde only, but I would like to get Alliance going, and eventually, once we start ranking based on performances and whatnot, to have an Alliance versus Horde finale, like the top ranked of Alliance versus the top ranked of Horde.
Oh, I'd love that, man. And I have a lot of Alliance friends that are so hungry for a tournament. One of a former organizer I've done a lot of stuff with, and I plan to in the future as well. There's some definitely some competitive Alliance out there ready for stuff too.
I'm not lying when I say I have super fun doing this. So, like, we've done over 60 tournaments in the last 6 months in another game. So, it's weekly, like literally consistently. So, these are here. These are now here to stay.
That's so great to hear, because the biggest thing for me is I love casting stuff, but I sometimes struggle putting it together because I don't have the infrastructure. I don't always have the players, but I love doing this stuff. So whenever I see an opportunity, I can't help but get involved. So thank you for that.
Arceus, I just looked over a chat for the first time a second ago when I put Discord. You said stop spamming in all chat. Are you talking about the my Discord channel right in here? Dilduck, what's up? I'm reading chat actually at this moment. I'm glad you like this, Dilduck. Every Wednesday night, man, we're gonna start doing this.
All right, here we go. Going to get started here in this last duel. Blanket Silent goes down onto the Priest. Instantly going to just dispersion that, saying, hey, I don't want to take that damage. They weren't being particularly pressured, but they did not want to be Blanket Silent. Power Shield's going to get cycled on themselves, so they dot each other back up once again. Lots on that Warlock. Monculus seems to inflate that. Getting very low is the Priest. And they try to... what do you do? Do you try to penance yourself back up? There's so much coming out right now from the Warlock, and we need to respect the Warlock. So much damn. Why wasn't I more scared of them coming into this?
Okay, what a fight. Ecto goes another 2-1. I mean, same thing. I get your wife right off that first round. I was like, all right, I get your wife. He's clearly moving on. This is obvious. But then nope, Ecto said, made some adjustment, and then that was it. We're seeing. I just saw this comment here. Jay Hunter, you're saying what's the lock talent? Affliction, for which talent? I mean, he's using a. Well, Ecto's probably in chat. Ecto, you want to tell Jay Hunter what your secret is? We'll see. We'll let Ecto pop in, give you the rundown. Okay, so now up next, Bobka versus Moonfire Beam.
Oh,
Moonfire Beam has
shit.
a wild story too. He travels all over the world. I think he's in like Hawaii or something right now.
I didn't know that, but
remember.
what the hell? Did Jules going to get started? Bobka already putting out that gouge. Is he going to try to kill the mechanical? No, just kind of keeps putting out the pressure onto Moonfire right now. Does put a FAP, so he's not going to be able to get rooted. Warstomp comes down, not going to connect because the FAP is still on him. Moonfire's so much fucking pressure. Tries to get a proc from the stun, isn't going to get it. Is healing himself just back up just a little bit. Potion's going to come down. There's the Star Surge. I didn't think it was possible. No way.
No way. Tell me I got that. That was wild. I mean, you can see, look at that. It was looking, Bobko was just controlling that fight the entire time. Right there at the end. That damage just ate through Bobka. And he brings it back.
I thought it, I was confident it was Bob because I was right there with you. Man, Moonfire they're such all-star players, man. I've been casting Bobka Duel for fucking years now. Years, and he just gets better and better and better and better. Moonfire, Multi-Glad, Laser Chicken, and million different expansions. One of the best on the Druid class. It's just, so these rock stars, you don't know who's gonna win. But I thought it was over. The next duel flag is going to go down, and I got my UI ready this time. This is going to be sick. Both these players have the extra speed too. Bobka needs 2 minutes for it. Ooh, he's requesting 2 minutes.
2 minutes. I mean, I have to pee, so I have to use the bathroom. So I mean, I could real quick go and do that. If we all want to take a quick water break, but this is in between rounds. I don't want to do it right in between rounds. I'd rather do it in between fights.
Those are always the tough calls, my friend.
Can he heal in Boomkin form without swap now?
You know, he could just burn some time. You know, at the end of the day, it's a no rules go. If he wanted to, he could do it. I'm just gonna open back up. He goes right back into it. Cheap shot's going to come down. Goes into the blind immediately. But this pet, the mechanical, man, I don't think they can kill it. Those mechanicals are dirty. 38, it's a 39. I guess he could, maybe, but just doesn't go with that play. Is going to get the invis and goes to cheap shot off once again there. Exposed armor onto this druid. Tries to put the pressure down onto him. We are going to see I believe the Grandmaster Radiant Trinket here onto Moonfire is what that shield was. Babo uses the same thing. Tries to close the distance, uses the Shadow Step once again. Connects, is going to get the advantage. Cheap shot onto Moonfire. Moonfire down to 80% health. Bobka feeling the pressure from Mutilates coming out. Warstomp is going to connect. No FAP right now. The second blind comes out from Bobka. Is he going to try to kill this mechanical? Is that the play? I think it is. Maybe. He even used a health potion. Blind. Oh, he gets a grenade. Can he get this? Is so big, dude. Couch comes out. Can he do it? That mechanical was such a nuisance. Wild growth coming out. It's going to get cycled. is going. They are going to get the stun, but they do not get caught out of the bear form or moonkin form, if you will. Equivalent armor totals. Moonfire comes down. The iron grenade from Moonfire beam isn't going to connect. It's not going to connect onto Babka, or it got resisted. Babka getting very low. Tries to put the gouge out. Tries to this kite just a little bit here. Get a little time. Not even kite, but try to get energy. Buying time for energy. Cycling the Star Surge. Babka in a tough position. Does get that bandage off and is not able to take it.
I mean, good try by Bobko though. That was some wild stuff to see what he was pulling there.
Yeah, you could see. You see his skill cap is very high. Some really incredible stuff coming out from him. That
I actually was watching his stream last night and saw him do this super crazy like jump, gouge, 180, throw a distract, like just to turn the guy while he's jumping through him. It was, and then oh man, it was like, yeah, I was very impressed with what he could do. Is within a split second he pulled like 4 moves.
What's funny is
in midair.
I would duel him on my Boomkin now, and then it would look completely different. Moonfire is really good, so that was fun duel to watch. And yeah, thanks again to Babka for hosting that dueling thing yesterday. I would love to do that again. I even thought about last night, but I almost got there too late. I was like, yo, we have so many people, we could do a little 9 bracket tournament and do shit. Maybe we'll do that in the future. Or 9 player tournament. So next duel will be at what?
Remmings versus Exane.
Okay, cool.
So I just threw Remmings in there because he didn't have him ready from before, but we got Exane over here. And then I'm going to need 25 seconds here just to for a quick bio break.
Cool. Sounds good, bud.
Put this over here so we can just kind of see what these guys are up to. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. For the record, I washed my hands.
Oh, okay.
So everybody knows.
The weekly wash?
Yeah, it's my wash of the month. All right, so we're ready to go. Up next, we have Remmings versus Exane here. While we wait for them to pull up, we got Exane here. Ooh, Remmings. Oh, look at this. So I'm just seeing invite me for what? Invite Reef. You need an invite? No, you're here. Okay. And then just real quick, in case you guys didn't see it in chat, if you look just below, you'll see discord.gg/Rift Esports. You can join there. Just choose WoW. If you want to sign up, go to WoW registration, type /register, just fill out that form. Make sure you hit the check-in 36 hours before the event. It'll be a channel will appear. If you don't register or anything, it won't happen. But 36 hours before the event, it'll appear. Just go in there, press the big green button that says check-in. Just like an airplane, it secures your spot. We know you're competing. We're not going to do any of the rankings until I'm doing this as though, but we rank. We use Glico 2 is what we use, a custom version of it. So in the future, if you have any questions about that in Discord, hit up Aang. Aang is the one who does rankings. He's a genius. He works for NASA, or I think he just left NASA actually. He's a legitimate. He's crazy smart. you have any questions about the bot or anything, let me know. But discord.gg/Rift Esports right there. These tournaments will be every Wednesday, same time from now on.
Yeah, and the bot is really good. Like, you can drop in and out. Like, I was so shocked how much it can do. I was impressed.
If anybody has any tournaments or does anything where they, they need registration or whatnot, let us know. We're happy to share the bot. It's a fully custom bot. You can't find it anywhere else. Built entirely by hand by Sparky Onyx. So you can hit him up in Discord as well. Sparky, very friendly, also very smart. He's happy to help. He figured it all out. He actually taught me how to use Discord. So without him, the Discord wouldn't look anything like it does. Actually, Aang helped too. He's another Discord pro.
I don't think it affects anything, but Lion fades right when the duel starts, right? I can look at it this one, but our aspect of the Lion.
Oh, that's a good question.
I can take a look after this, but I thought so. Oh my gosh, Lava Burst is going to come down. They're already dueling. Remy gets back up real quick with that heal. Frost Nova is going to come down. Mana Gem is going to be utilized once again. Cycling that ice barrier. Will it get purged? Are they just... Oh, here's big Lava Burst. The ice blocked it. That's sexy. I like to see stuff like that. They're going to just... They're burning time, if you will, as Living Flame just sits there chunking away at this Shaman. Full... just a little healing wave there. Lightning Bolt. Is it going to connect? It does connect.
Ooh, whoa.
Blinks away.
There you go.
Uses that Fire Ward to try to deal with some of the Lava Bursts. They got out of range. Lucky. They try to sheep, but it gets grounding. That's beautiful. You love grounding. And the thing about grounding is the infinite sheeps. You have to eat it with a spell. Blanket the silence comes down onto the Shaman. They are going to be locked out of that School of Magic now. Big Evocate coming out from Remming. Massive. They're absolutely full. Now, they won't have that for the next duels. They do still have their Dragonling as well. And now you see Zane is trying to eat up as Remming just takes down the totems with one wand rotation. Every wand matters. One lightning bolt onto Remming. Closes the distance. Big melees right now. Coming out. Fire Ward's going to connect. Or, sorry, soak some of that damage rather. The Iron Grenade's going to come down. Does stun. That resist doesn't work for the Orc right now. Another Living Flame onto the Orc. Is it enough? Both these players solos. Zane burning to death as Remming takes duel 1. Now, something to note though, and I think it was one of the big key moments in that last play, when Remming got away, got the full Evo. That's not available to him this time. So like, Shaman is generally speaking a little less cooldown dependent. We saw a lot of cooldowns utilized from our mage friend. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was even 2 blocks. So this is going to change the way this next duel plays out.
What's the cooldown on that? Do you know?
Block is 8 minutes. Cold Snap, I believe,
Oof.
is 5. Cold Snap Classic. It's been a while since I've... 10 minute, actually. It's even longer. 10 minute. I was almost there. So yeah, Cold Snap 10.
Yeah, highly unlikely that's coming back for this fight.
Actually, I'm dumb. Classic. What am I thinking? I haven't played Mage forever. I'm like a Mage main. 5-minute cooldown on Ice Block, 10-minute cooldown on Cold Snap. What's funny is like I'm Mage main forever. I don't know where my numbers came from. Shows how long it's been. So you're gonna sometimes see things like Cold Snap used for other things other than Ice Block, but generally speaking, the Mage wants to use it like for a full value, you know, they'd like to anyway. As the next duel is going to get started here, purge the shield instantly. There's going to be a counter spell coming out into the Shaman, but they are not locked out of fire magic. The Lava Burst not going to connect because the grenade interrupts it. Is the Lava Burst going to connect even though the mechanical's on him? It does! And it does so much damage. The Preservation gets him back up to 50%. The Chain Lightning's going to come down. The Frost Nova. Frost Shock gets him down to 16% HP, getting so low. There's the Ice Barrier. Earth Shock gets him through it. Chronostatic Preservation. Can they get it? No, Earth Shock, baby! And the second round goes to Zane. Zip, zap, zoom. And that's all there is for you. I like that. That was
Yeah,
fun.
bringing that back for a 1-1 is wild. That was impressive.
You could say it was shocking.
It was it was definitely shocking. Yeah, the skill gap between these players and me is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's so fun to cast really sick duels. They're back and forth, big, big combos. Counterplay, play. That's what I love. Shamans. There's a huge There's so many classes have high skill caps, but shaman totem play is super fun to watch. Utilizing groundings just the last second to eat spells like fear and polymorph, and I love shaman duels.
Oh, 2-minute bio.
Sketchy.
Yeah, sounds like 2-minute cooldowns. What it sounds like to me.
I'm sorry, I have a business call with my very important business friends for business things. I'll be back in 2 minutes for sure.
Pizza guy's at the door. I'll be back in exactly 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Oh, and they're off.
Oh, they're going right back in it. They heard us talking about business things.
They want it.
They do, and I love it. There's the chronostatic preservation. Are they going to get out? They do. Look at the heal. It's so weird. It's so weird. But it heals them, and it heals them full. First going to be the Frost Nova. They got it with the decoy totem. Are they going to be able to get the sheep? Chronostatic preservation. Is it going to come down? Chain lightning. Does it connect? Earthshock. Doesn't interrupt him, just cancels it. There's the fire ward. Chronostatic preservation, chronostatic preservation, chronostatic preservation! There's going to be an ice barrier instantly purged off afterwards. The frost shock is it going to connect? There it is. They close the distance. Big damn from the shaman. There's no mana left on this mage. You are out of mana. Wand rotation. Grounding totem gets eaten, but the lava burst is enough to finish him off. That was fun.
I mean, I don't know if that frostbolt, if he meant to attack Xane with it, but he did hit the compact reaper there. You see it right there. It just swings this. I mean, wouldn't have mattered in the fight. I don't think there. It looks like he was going to end it either way, but it does look like he shot that at the wrong target right there at the end.
Those compact reapers are annoying. I feel like they've been impactful. Honestly, whoever's using them is reaping the rewards from using those for sure. I guess that's why they call them compact reapers.
Oh, actually, whoops, I have you marked here in the brackets wrong. You're a shaman. Fix that real quick. Okay, great fight there. So, up next for our final fight of round 2. For the quarterfinals, the winner of this fight will take on Xane, and the quarterfinals begin. We have Major versus Dr. Psycho. Mage, Warlock.
First, I don't know if we've had Mage Warlock. Maybe we have. I don't know. My memory is not too good. I don't know why. Oh, he tried to one-shot him. Not today, Junior. That is a Warlock, and you would not have enough mana to one-shot these guys. He tried, and I wanted it to work, but neither crit, I don't think, as that Mage gets low. They blink out of it, but that Warlock chases him down. I wanted it to work. I've wanted to see Arcane Mage all day, because I keep dueling them, and I keep getting boop, boop, and they do they shit where they Arcane Power, they Palm, they Arcane Blast, and then they use Arcane Surge, and they will hit you for a 1.3, 1.7k crit combination, and they will kill you. Now, I don't think either of those crit, because that only did half HP to Dr. Psycho, and most of the time that is going to pipe, but that wasn't the case here. Oh, and he's a lot of trouble for second duel, because he just used Arcane Surge. The thing about Arcade Mage, it's fucking hilarious, and it's awesome and funny when it happens. You might not think it's funny when you get one shot by it. I giggle a little bit every time. The more it happens, the less I giggle. But in a best of 3 situation, when they are dependent on some of those cooldowns, it's not gonna work as well.
This is weird. Are you guys seeing the title for this stream as FNF 24 Friday Night Fights.
I'm checking it right now. I see it as well. PvP tournament, Crusader strike. Oh, and the next duel is going to get started. As the dots get cycled.
Yeah, he said it's the same. It's what it's supposed to be.
Mage is down to 1/3 HP, and I don't know why. What in the hell are you guys' Searing Pains hitting for, dude?
I know, I couldn't even keep. I literally looked away for 5 seconds, turned back.
You didn't.
Fight's already going on, and it was over before I could catch up.
You didn't really miss a lot. It was like 2 seconds, 3-second duel. There's so much damage coming out from the Searing Pains.
Dr. Psycho moves on. Xane, no, you're not up. I just read that. You're not up, Xane. You are in 3 more fights. Up next is going to be Corvina versus Eternal Sins. Let's take a quick look. I mean, we are now in the quarterfinals, actually. So let's take a look at the at these brackets. This is what we've got left here. Now, the once we hit the semifinals, there is a 3rd place bracket, which isn't showing right now for some reason. Let me do this. All right, here you see the 3rd place bracket is right there. So once we reach the semifinals, the loser of each of these fights will then move down to the 3rd place bracket to face each other. Matters for rankings in the future, plus prizes in the future as well. Actually, prizes will go up to 3rd place. But this is it. This is the last fight before you kind of get slightly, a cushion before you're eliminated.
I'm gonna need a second. I'm like layered.
All right. We say Eternal Sins versus Corvina. Now, if anybody is watching right now and doesn't, you hear the absolutely phenomenal, clearly experienced commentator. That's Farmer Jeff. Check out his channel. It's Farmer Jeff, right? That's the channel. Twitch.tv/Farmer Jeff.
I can put a smiley in your channel. That's very sweet of you. I have a lot of experience.
That's right.
I have a lot of experience casting on Henhouse Dueling Realms with like huge. We've had some huge tournaments over there, so I have a lot of experience casting over there. And I would do similar to what you're doing. I love what you're doing. The idea of just weekly tournaments. So I would just do 2-3 like on the fly tournaments constantly over there. Just people cycling in and out. Sometimes audience prize pool money. Sometimes just for fun. But it was always a good fucking time. So thank you for bringing me into this and getting me back into the scene. If anybody ever needs me to cast things, I'm always down to compete or to yell. Oh, can I have assistance, Reef, to invite somebody giving their friends materials?
Yeah, who?
I can give you their name. It's got letters in it though, so it's kind of goofy.
Oh. I mean, just spell it out right now. I'm ready to go.
No, please.
It's DOX,
Oh!
but the O is kind of got like a line.
Hot.
Oh.
Oh!
Yeah, can you put that in
Oh!
Twitch? Then I can copy and paste it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to do those special characters.
That's smart. My other idea was going to be to whisper you, but this is smart too.
Okay. So they're off.
Oh
Let's
shit!
kick it off right now. We already have Corvina doing some heavy damage to Eternal Sins. We saw Corvina last round do some damage.
Yeah, this is happening quick. The rogues do have that explosive damage, and the warlocks have felt so tanky tonight. Despite that meta form, they are still eating through some of it, but I say that, and they're going up. The life drain is making them go up. As the warlock slowly goes down, and that curse is going to decrepify them and just slow them down just a little bit, as the warlock is going to take round 1 and handily.
He's on fire!
This is starting to feel reminiscent of my early Henhouse days when SL Lock was just running rampant through the tournaments, winning every week. GG.
Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
Sorry, I clicked the wrong thing like 5 times. Okay, round 1, Eternal Sins. Now, I'm pretty sure we saw that identical strategy before. Basically, just linking on, kiting, trying to create distance and keep that distance between his opponent.
Here we go. Gonna start this next duel off real quick right now. Just applying those poisons on. They have the crippling, wounding, and all that. Oh my gosh, the wall just took too much damage. What even? Voidwalker Sacrifice is going to come down, getting very low. They're starting to eat through it, but the rogue is starting to go in the other direction. How? So much damage. Iron Grenade comes down from the rogue. Can they do it? They have nothing left. That was incredible, though. Man, rogues are scary.
That he literally, that was maybe one hit away from winning that round. That was intense. Just enough space, just enough time. Eternal Sins got in front, started to heal that back, and then took it for a 2-0. Wow, Corvina is dangerous.
Yeah,
that is intense.
Yeah. That reminds me of some Bobka burst right there, man. An aggressive rogue is super terrifying.
He had the right move too. You saw him switch over, put crippling poison, try to get that slow to be able to keep up and do the damage. And almost was enough.
That is actually a good point. I was almost a little confused because I was like, oh, wait, they have a bunch of the poisons on right now, but that also could be from their brew, if I'm not mistaken, which is a rune. I need to look at all the runes right now, and I think they can, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe a rogue player, but I think they have something that applies another poison as well. Let me see if he's
I believe it applies instant poison. No.
That might be it.
I think you can put, because I think if you have instant poison on, it applies double instant. But if you have crippling, it'll apply crippling and instant, I believe.
I think you're right, bud. That sounds right to me. I'm pulling it up right here. When you inflict any other poison on your target, you also inflict deadly poison. If your weapon... Oh, okay. So if your weapon does not have a poison applied, it has a chance to trigger instant, as if instant were applied. Oh, wow. Deadly poison and instant poison now gain increased damage from your attack power. Okay.
Deadly poison, yep.
Slowly but surely.
It's so good.
It is. It really is. Slowly but surely learning all these runes and CDs and all this stuff coming back into the scene, and comes back to you, but the runes is definitely a process. Is this that cutie no-hit Jerome that streams on Twitch TV?
Wait, this is no-hit Jerome. He streams as well. Check it. Josito also streams, I believe.
Oh,
as well.
Josito. We got two good-looking gentlemen here. Oh, shit. Good luck to both of you. I like both these lads. So Zito also won one of the tournaments that Noose and I Noose put together and I helped cast. And Josito, great dueler. You guys all know him. But look at this. Look at his buffs. My guy's got 4 rows of buffs.
I mean, on my screen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On my screen, it's 6 rows.
Holy cow!
But I only fit 5 across. So I mean, that's what 30. Oh, he's got 5. Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
I'm gonna take a screenshot. This is disgusting.
10 plus 18, 28. He's got 32 buffs. Oh wait, was that just a fight?
No way. I thought for a second
all I saw was a flag go back up.
I thought for a second we did too. I was trying to click this.
32 buffs. Oh, we just added another one. Was that 33? No, it's still 32. So 32 buffs over here on Josito Jones. 23 buffs on No Hit Jerome.
That is
Battle of the Buffs.
Disgusting. I feel grossly underprepared looking at that.
Oh, Dilduck saying he used dispersion on accident. That's what happened.
Oh, okay. So I missed that.
So that's what it was. That's what when I was all zoomed in. Buff the Compact Reaper, can't you? With like stamina? I don't know if you can. Actually, no, I don't think you can. I got the, just so you guys know, I got the chicken trinket from Nomer. I use it in a Arathi Basin. I put it on someone at farm, walked up like over the first bridge of Blacksmith, and the chicken chased the person all the way to the stables. So I don't know if it's just instant wide there and they'll chase him forever, but that chicken was like, he's an animal.
She started. Here we go. We got the duel started. Mana Burn's trying to come out from Jerome. It does connect. One connection onto Josito, so that mana differential could play a role in this. We'll see here. There's the Monculus chasing Jerome down. We're seeing just a lot of... There we go. And Blanket Silence onto Jerome here. Josito at half HP already. Or sorry, half mana. Jerome at half HP. So Jerome's going to need to heal. Look at the mana differential. So big player. Okay, there's Furbolg Medicine Pouch coming out from Jerome. There's the Flash Seal. Psychic Stream onto Jerome. Is he going to be able to get out of it to heal himself back up? He's getting so low as the dispersion is going to come out. He's feeling that pressure. The all those hots though are healing him. Lots of damage coming out from Josito. Mind Spike into the Shadow Word Death is enough to finish Jerome off. Jerome going for the more defensive play there.
Did he hit him? I mean, we see him here. It's interesting because you see that he's in dispersion. He's in the dispersion mode. But he starts taking heavy damage through that because dispersion negates 90% of damage.
Yeah.
So for him to still be taking that heavy damage with 90% damage reduction, that's some heavy hits coming from Josito right there.
That's wild.
So Josito Jones goes up 1-0 first round. If you and Jeff can combine UA's overlays for next week, that would be best spectator view. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yep, I can most certainly.
Are you thinking like half and half, like half on, like let's say my side's on the left and his side's on the right? We'll say. You mean like that? Call me Fig.
Oh, next duel's gonna get started here. Mana burn from Jerome. Is it going to work? Oh, I think I saw a sleep. I don't know. I saw a sleep then a break. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what ask the players. Maybe it looked like a sleeping dust into maybe a Will of Forsaken or a sleeping dust into broken from Mind Blast from Jerome. But here we're just seeing each other. They're getting purging each other's buffs, whatever can be purged. Cycling that renew onto Jerome. Shadow Fiend goes on to Jerome and the Blanket Silence, so you can't like get rid of that. Blanket Silence traded there. Jerome getting very low with the Shadow Word Death into the grenade onto him. GG's. They might be main like your I haven't watched your stream fully. Oh, so you have really good production as far as like the stats and like the rounds and everything like that. But they might be talking about like just the dueling week aura, which you already said you're gonna get that for tomorrow, so that's perfect.
Yeah. I just
sorry, our next time.
I'll say for the 14th time, but yeah, I've just my childhood best friend, or one of my childhood best friends, is in town. Haven't seen him for years, and he just got in. So I live in an area that people like to do tour stuff in. So, showing them around, driving around everywhere, showing them all the islands and everything. Saw some alligators today. It was pretty cool.
So yeah, and I can show you the dueling week aura. It's not bad to set up. The biggest thing is copy and pasting each player's name and putting it into the week aura before the duel. If you forget to before the duel, then it's like, you can rush during the duel. Easier also to do if you don't do it right away, if you're not casting. So like you'll have a little less pressure where that's concerned, where you can like do it even if you didn't quite right away. So I just like from raid frame copy the first player's name, paste it in the week aura, and then copy the second player's name, paste it in the week aura, and then you see both of them, you see all their stats and all sorts of stuff. But I don't mean to give you a tutorial of that now. We can always play with that later.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
But
I watched your stream and your UI is like gorgeous. I don't know what add-ons you're using, but there are some that you have that I need.
Oh, 100%. I can just give you, I can port my LVI profile to you and then just teach you how to do the week aura for dueling, and you'll be set. That's all it'll take.
Yeah, I'm all about that for sure. Okay, so now up next we have Ecto Warlock versus Moonfire Beam Druid. We've seen both of these two doing some just catastrophic damage to their opponents all night long. We saw Moonbeam with that insane finisher against Babka. Ecto has been he's been pulling that lose round one psych move and then take the next two. So I mean, we'll see if he tries to pull it again here tonight.
All right, first duel going down between these duelers. Moonfire stealthing away, and I think that's the play. It's just, well, how's he going to open? Does he go? I'm curious. I learned so much from being in these tournaments, from casting these tournaments. I feel like I become a better player watching good players play. So I felt like I started to on Henhouse. Feels like I'm going to an SOD. I look at how these players play that play my class, and I'm like, how do they deal with these things? I want to see how Moonfire deals with this. Does he go in Moonfire? Is he going to go right to Boomkin form and start casting from afar? Is he going to stay out of form and sit there just using his spells and healing and stuff like that, and then not bothering with the Boomkin form because it's just too much mana if you want a wild growth? I speculate that's maybe the play here. I was using very defensive runes, but that's also relevant. Oh, here he goes. So he's got that speed. He wants to kite. Reef. He just wants to kite. He's got that movement speed from Camp Raho. The big Starfire came down into the Wrath, into the Moonfire. Is he able to break away right now without travel form even? Oh, he came so close to breaking away from the Drain Life, but didn't quite get it. And I think that might cost him just a little bit here as he gets the War Stomp into the Entangling Roots. And now he's just using that form to get away. There he is. He breaks the suck. That's what you need to do. Big Starfire. Does it connect? It does. Needs to heal himself back up to a better total. There's going to be the Grandmaster Arena Trinket into the Rejuve. Tries to kite away. Still has that Camp Raho speed. Into the Star Surge. Keep going, buddy. But he's getting close to out of range. One Wrath, one Moonfire, one chance, one opportunity. And he's honestly on the back foot right now as Ecto is in range and he's life draining him, and it just doesn't feel good as this goes to the Warlock.
And Moonfire Beam came in heavy too at the beginning of that round. That was looking like it was just going to be a quick stomp, but the tankiness of Warlocks it's incredible.
It's sturdy, and he actually got off at least two Starfires that I recalled. Starfire is hitting like a truck right now. Both might have been non-crit, which is always unlucky, you know? But it's hitting for 900 damage, especially with all those buffs. Probably like 800 and 1,000 damage, probably 900. I don't know for sure. But it's hitting hard, especially non-crit, and he got two of those off. If those were to crit, maybe it would have been a different story. Either way, Warlock's super tanky. I think one of the biggest pivotal moments was early on in the duel when Moonfire was so close to breaking that life drain and then went for a Wrath. And I think if he would have, maybe it could have made a difference, but I really don't know, honestly. He played that really well, though. Ecto, also, something to note about Ecto is contributing to the vast level of tankiness that he has that we didn't say before. This guy is Soul Link. So he's deep demonology. He has some of those really tanky talents to give him health, extra health stone value if he decides to opt for that route. And he has Soul Link. That's 30% damage going, sharing with the pet. There's speculation they'd be really good tanks because of that. I haven't seen them in Nomrian just to comment on that just yet. But here we see the duel getting started. Ha! He got a Plane Strider. All right, here we go.
Oh, that hit was huge.
Oh, that's the crit that Papa wants to see. As he kites away, Ecto at half HP. He just can't let him. He can't let him life drain him. That's the biggest thing right now. Star Surge into the proc. Can he get a big one? Is he gonna try? There's the health potion coming out from Ecto right now. But this is Moonfire feels free. This is what he wants. This is what we love as Druids. This is why we play Druid. This is right here for the world PvP in the open world aspect. He kept him at a range and he took advantage of the situation. He didn't let him get the life drain off. That's the one way to beat Locks, I think, right now.
Is he pulling an Ecto right now? Ecto all night has lost the first round and then took the next two. Nice. Somehow this is my loot.
Ooh, grats.
I wonder what I got. What was it?
Corrupt Loot Council.
Oh, this thing? So this is it. They bring it up to a 1-1.
You love to see it.
I love to see it. I mean, this is for the semifinals. The winner moves into the semifinals right here, this round. The duel begin. Is he waiting? He's waiting to get that hit.
How's Moonfire start, baby? That's probably what I'd make. See, like I said, I learned so much from this. There he goes. He wants to go from max range. I think Star Search just got resisted or something. I'm not sure, but there's the second one though, right there. Ooh, he's gonna get in range potentially. No, he gets Entangling Roots off. That's my boy, and he runs away. But dueling range, it's a problem. He's gonna start getting life drain off. Now it's a really pivotal moment where There we go. There's the stomp into the roots, into the run. DR on the roots. Now is × 2. 4 seconds on the root. Just about to fade. Grenade's going to whiff. It's not going to land right now. That's unfortunate. Blanket silence here onto Moonfire. It's not going to matter, though. Ecto's still in the dominant position. Oh, if he could have gotten a stun, that would have been massive right now. Moonfire getting low. I don't think he can get it. He's running. GG.
Oh.
Unlucky. I can't say a big difference.
Nice
It felt like he was utilizing the same principles that won him the first one, you know? No procs on all the star surges that he cycled, no stuns or anything like that, so that's, you know, just a bit unlucky, but yeah, as soon as he was utilizing max range dual distance, he utilized his double roots and War Stomp to try to break away in cheetah form. I feel like it was good by the place dueling right there. GG.
So Ecto continues his 2-1 win over each fight so far. Makes it into the semifinals. For our final fight of the quarterfinals, Xane, Shaman, Dr. Psycho, Warlock. Let's see, we got Xane over here. Xane, where you at? Xane, you are up. I don't know if you're here. Oh, there you are. Dang. Sitting over here in the shade, having a little picnic.
I actually was looking too. It was like a
So
wall.
Lily sitting in the shade too.
It was kind of like a Where's Waldo angle. I was like, I was in the crowd surfing stuff, but I had him on my UI though.
Now, while we wait, I do want to point out we in the other tournaments that we have, our slogan here is PvP is endgame. We had some killer hats. If you guys want any of these, let me know. I can put in an order for these at any time. But we love PvP is endgame because that's how our, before we moved over here to WoW, everybody agreed. And if I would imagine, based on like how ridiculously skilled all these players are here tonight, that you guys kind of feel at least close to that way. I've always believed that you do the, quote unquote end game to get yourself well geared. But from there, instead of just steamrolling raids, the newest, largest, most difficult challenge is to defeat another human.
Couldn't agree more. And I love the hat. It was good. It was a nice hat. All right. Next duel is going to get started here. Curse of Tongues going out. That's a massive nerf to shamans if they're a caster. Now it looks like this shaman maybe is just going to kind of go over a more melee approach. Now they feel they need to break away from the life drain. I just don't know if shamans are as good at doing this. Is he going to try to get a cast off right here? Big cast. He does get the lava burst off. It did a fair bit, but that's still going to take a while because they have Curse of Tongues. That's a really brutal curse for shamans to deal with. One of the reasons why I think that might be shaman's hardest matchup, and I feel like that's kind of being showcased right here. Because there's two problems. One, you can't cast for Curse of Tongues, so you're probably not going to outburst them. Two, you're not going to probably be able to break away from the life drain because, well, maybe if you you don't have like the quite the like instant mobility and CC that the druid has to kite away versus the warlock with the roots and then the travel form. So do you like grounding totem and then try to or grenade grounding and then try to like ghost wolf away? I don't know. It's a lot harder. So it's like, can you kill him in the duration of the life drain? I'm not sure what the exact strategy they want to use is. Maybe just a straight up dual wield enhance and out damage that guy. Just fight him head on. There's no kiting. There's no bullshit. Just enhanced maelstrom, chain lightning, frost shock, earth shock. He's earthing. Uh-oh. He heard me. Oh, never mind.
I don't know if he was actually going to do it.
But here we go. Best of luck to both these duelers. Either way, it's going to be a tough one here for Zane. See if they can pull it off. Maybe if they were like some AG Nature Swiftness cheese, maybe straight up dual or a dual wield. Here we go. Curse of Tongues onto that Warlock. They are going to get purged. Grounding Totem is in effect, but they're still getting drained. They're trying to kite away. This has got to be Elemental Shaman really trying to make the Lava Burst work, but right now I'm not sure they're going to be able to handle this Warlock. Lesser Healing Wave, they still have Curse of Tongues. They still have a Fell Hunter that can't really be messed with. Life Drain's not going to disconnect. It's going to suck them good, and they are out of this. Good game, Zane. Thanks for coming.
So Dr. Psycho moves into the semifinals to face Ecto. Warlock on Warlock action. So for our very first semifinal fight, we have Eternal Sins versus Crusader Jones.
All right, baby. We got Priest versus Warlock here. Seen this a couple times tonight. Just absolutely, I think after seeing this is one reason I was really excited today. I wanted to see if we saw anything crazy, if we saw, if the things that we thought were going to be the case were the case. We knew Priests were going to be dominant. I think a lot of people also knew Warlock was going to be dominant, even if I underestimated them for a bit for some reason. Probably because too much world PvP and I can just run away from them too easily. But scary duelers, Warlock and Priest, probably more dominant duelers right now. This phase doesn't surprise a lot of people, and these are proficient duelers at that. So in the right hands, it's going to be even scarier.
Eternal Sins is trying to have a friendly conversation with Hizito. Hizito, stone cold, says nothing.
He's a competitor, man. He just competes, and I love it. I'd be sitting there RPing too and shit, giggling. Probably my game face would be screwed up because of it. But Hizito, the professional competitor, is just going to drink and powered shield himself and get ready for this. All right, duel gets started here. We are going to see a Blackout proc instantly onto Eternal. Puts that the Haunt onto. We're seeing this like a little bit different of a setup this time. We got the Haunt, we got the Siphon Life, we got an Affliction Warlock here today, folks. Blanket Silence going on to Eternal Sins as these shadow debuffs are just starting to overwhelm him as the Vampiric embraces on him. The Shadow Word Death comes out as well. Lots of damage coming out from Eternal Sins, or onto Eternal Sins here rather. I don't know if they can do much. There's the Hellstone right now, getting low. Try to Life Drain. I think that was one of the big things there that probably kind of put him on the back foot. GG first round to Hizito, but I don't know if they were life training a lot of it. I think they were kind of kiting away, trying to play like the traditional play style of Locke, where there's like dot and rot, just run away and stuff like that. But I think you got to stay in range and control the priest, and if that means you eat the Psychic Stream, you eat the Psychic Stream. That being said, Hizito is also on my screen anyway, 3 Buffalo Andy versus 1 Buffalo Andy on Eternals. Lots of buffs.
Yes. See, like 5, 1, 2, 10, 28, 30. 30. Oh, he's eating. 31. 31 buffs. Eternal sitting on 12. Well, 13 because he has underwater breathing.
There we go. All right, good luck to both these competitors. Tournament position on the line here from Eternal Sins. Hizito, probably feeling confident there's going to be those dots put down onto Hizito Haunt as well. Going with the slow curse, trying to get in range. One thing I'll correct myself after this duel, but Eternal Sins getting very low. Is there anything to do? Okay, so very convincing. Hizito won that one. I need to correct myself. He did life drain both times. Instantly dispelled by Hizito. It can be dispelled. Some people may or may not know that, but it can be dispelled, and Hizito dispelled it very quickly. So that is one of the major tools that Warlock has to kind of like sustain versus the Priest long term. And if the Priest is good about dispelling that and they get lucky with that, then there's only so many magical effects and they get it quick, then life is good. Now Priests can dispel 2 things at once, so they are better at that right now. It's one thing our Paladin friends on Alliance are probably not too happy about right now is they're only a couple levels away from being able to do a little dispel action themselves. They are hungry for that.
Now, with Azito Jones being our very first finalist, making it into the finals, Eternal Sins, just remember you are not out yet. You are in the 3rd place brackets, which at the moment may not seem like anything, but that extra bracket will help you with ranking in the future. Don't expect to see any ranks, though, for a couple weeks. You have to have enough matches for it to truly matter.
God, that sounds awesome, man. I gotta tell you, Jerome's been like fantasizing about fantasy style points for a minute now with something like this. It's just fun. You make number go up. I mean, shit, I was going for the most tedious, silly thing, most HKs in the US. Got number 3. Number go up. You know, it's just kind of fun. So, like, having rankings for stuff like this and, like, points and just... I think players are really going to enjoy that.
It's like rank is a lot of work. If you guys have never tried to rank, we had like hundreds of people competing before and like post other seasons in another game, and doing that by hand is a lot of work. But the bot is actually now starting to automate a lot of that, so that helps a lot. And I'm excited for once we finish it for it to fully just be in place.
The AI is going to fully take over our tournament, and soon it'll be casting. Enjoy it while you can, folks.
Yeah, we'll just have ChatGPT. We'll do all the talking.
Yeah. Enjoy my misspeaks and fast talking while you can. Soon it'll be a robot.
So here we are. 2 Warlocks. Ecto, Dr. Psycho.
Let's go, baby.
I believe...
All right, here we go. Both these players just trading dots, trading life drains and stuff like that. Blanket silence going out onto Dr. Ecto. They are going to utilize their Health Stone and try to use their Hell of Terror. Despite all the knockback, they do hit the Hell of Terror, so they are going to fear the pet. But they're down to about half HP right now. Both players sucking each other right now with the life drain. Lots of Searing Pains being utilized. We are going to see the target dummy as well. Let's try to soak up some of that dam. Both players getting low. Ecto, executable range. Use the Shadow Protection Potion and can't protect himself. No, because the Searing Pains are too much. Good try. Dr. Psycho, round 1.
You don't know the Starfire Beam guy? If you can do me a favor, if you don't know him, or maybe if anybody does know him, give us just like a little space so I can get less people in the shot, so it's a little less chaotic. Oops, forgot to switch screen up. Dr. Psycho moves up 1-0. Now, we did see Josito Jones take out Eternal Sins. So there is a Warlock sitting right now waiting in the 3rd place bracket. So whoever loses this fight will go down to face Eternal Sins. And that fight will be right after this one. So whoever loses this fight, just stay out here. You're going to be the next fight.
Dueling flag goes down. Both players pretty much equal buffs, actually, looking at it too. Dr. Psycho with the magic resistance might make the difference, honestly. That's 50 resistance for 3 minutes. Here we go. See, there you go right now. Dr. Psycho got the suck out, and I guarantee you Ectos didn't. Want to know why? Magic resistance potion, and it's going to make a big difference. You're seeing it right now. Health potion, or the health stone coming out from Ecto. They're trying to life drain again. Is this one going to connect? It looks like it. So that's always nice, but it's too little too late. I think that second one resisted too. I'm pretty sure that's the magic resistance potion for you, baby. 11 more seconds. Pick yours up at your local Ogamar shop right now. About 70 silver. Actually, don't know how much they are. I made that up. Prices may vary at stores near you.
70 silver sounds like close to right.
Yeah, it could be. Little side action.
So
Stream Snipe just killed somebody.
Dr. Psycho moves up. Ecto, you are down in the third place bracket. You will be facing Eternal Sins next. For third place for our very first medal. This is our final best 2 out of 3 fight. The finals of every match are best 3 out of 5. There's another Where's Waldo thing. So we're looking for Eternal Sins right here. and we're looking for Ecto. Oh, right here. Can't click it.
I can tell you played I Spy growing up.
Yeah, I dabbled.
Okay, it's coming through, man.
Depends on where you play it, you know. Okay, so Ecto, Eternal Sins, Warlock v Warlock for third place for the bronze.
Hell yeah. Good luck,
And
duelers.
actually, I'll be posting the results of every single event, and only the top 3 are listed above the picture. If you look at the picture, you can see the entire bracket. But for quick reference, only the top 3 are seen. So there's another bonus to get in third place.
That's badass.
In the future, you'll also be getting money in the future, too.
Yo, I'm stoked. You got me all excited for this shit, man. I ain't gonna lie.
We had so much fun doing it in the other game. So much fun. So it's like, and one of my best friends was like, hey, I'm playing World of Warcraft. And I was like, how did I never think about doing this? I was like, I'm playing World of Warcraft too. Let's go.
What? Let's do it. Is he playing the server too?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, nice.
He just plays casually though. He likes the PvP, but he's a family man and works a lot, so he doesn't have
Gamer Dads Unite.
now.
Let's go. All right, the next duel gets started here is the Amplifier. Just a regular curse slows down here. Eternal, he might be actually good versus Eggplant Men because they're just going to like rot him out. I can't make promises, but you know, he is going to life drain the pet too. He just curses him with that slow, gets out of range, and now here's what's going to happen. He when he sends his pet in, he does allow the other Warlock Ecto to drain life the pet if they want to, and they probably should, honestly. Ecto's getting low. There's the slow curse on him. It doesn't allow him to drain life him, and he did. He needed to. He drained life the pet, and that's where I think Eternal's win condition actually existed, and it still does, but I think it almost was... They had it. They had it, and they still might. But, like, don't give him a drain life. Keep that distance. Keep the slows. Keep the dots. Keep the haunts up, and you win the war of attrition. I think that is the case. But now he's in range for the Searing Pains and stuff like that. So this is a much harder game. Now he could drain life the pet. Is he going to? Can he? Is on cooldown. Ooh, he used the offhand for the magic.
Oh, he's hurt.
Oh, too low. That was sexy. That must be a very little shield. Because that's a Warlock offhand to like absorb some damage, if I'm not mistaken. I thought it was anyway. Yeah, it is, but it got eaten instantly. I think the Eternal Sins could actually, in theory, bring this back. Summon the Fell Hunter. I couldn't tell you. I was like, what the play is there. Maybe the Fell Hunter to eventually blanket silence. I think if you don't necessarily want to send him in because they just life drain it and kill it. Part of me was like, would it have been good to do like Voidwalker and Sacrifice, but just use it defensively next to you? But then that can get purged and taken. The Fell Hunter can purge that. So I'm not sure. I think the pet for Eternal is a little less relevant. I think you just don't want to send it in. And they just are going to kite away like a mad lad. Put those hots up, put the haunt up, put the corruption up, put the agony. Not the agony, but the slow curse as well. You want all that. He really needs to utilize his Curse of Exhaustion. We'll see if he does here. Dueling flag goes down. This is tournament.
Oops, my mic was muted. Got a question real quick. Does I'm noticing a lot of players have underwater breathing here.
Yes.
Is there something I'm missing in a fight that underwater breathing helps?
Yeah, Barons does have a tendency to flood. So no, I'm just kidding. What it is going to do is protect buffs. So like for dispels, these Fell Hunters purge. So that's going to be an extra dispellable buff for them. So this duel gets started here, and Agony goes down. But he's letting him suck drain life him right off the rib. Halitair, can it happen? I think this is like one of those two where there's so far on the back foot. There's the fear, instantly going to trinket out of it very easily there. Would a banish have been cheeky even? There is a banish on the pet. My funny that was even from Ecto as well. GG. That's tough. I think as soon as you let the life drain come out, that was closer. Now granted, that was closer than I thought it was going to be for just like a you know, hey, I'm gonna fight you head on. We're not gonna move until one of us is dead. That was closer than I thought it was gonna be, but yeah. GG. One of my brain at one point went to, what if we banish the Warlock, because it's a long banish and they can't really shift out of it. They can, but it takes a ton of mana, so they can't spam that. But yeah, that'll be a common practice in Classic. It's a very good question, honestly, Reef. I'm sure other people in the chat were wondering at one point too, why do these guys want so many buffs when some of them are worthless? Like, what's Thorns gonna do? What's Underwater Breathing gonna do? What's Water Walking doing in here? Well, it's just, yeah, just hide your buffs in like your Fortitude, your Intellect, and your important ones. Whenever there's a dispel, Priest dispel twice at once, Shamans dispel 2 at once. Fell Hunters, I think it's 1, but I could be wrong about that. And so then you just have better chance. You're like rolling the dice each time and hoping to protect it. Another time you see a lot of that is like Shaman flag carriers level out of buffs. Well, everybody does, because then their Ghost Form can be dispelled, but it no longer can, or is less likely to if they have tons of shitty, people just call them trash buffs.
That's so smart.
It's good tech.
Yep, I'm gonna make myself look a little more pro. If you ever see me in Wrathy Basin or Warsun Gulch and you see underwater breathing, that's just me trying to look pro.
Meta.
So here we are. We now have made it to the finals. Let's take a quick look here, actually, at what we experienced here tonight. The journey that we just took to make it to the finals. We've got to bring it out even more. All right. This is what we experienced tonight. Oh, didn't throw in the scores here real quick. This is what we experienced here tonight. We have Josito, which is a little small on your screen. Maybe I can do a little bit of this, maybe? That's better. So here's Josito. Everything there highlighted is what we saw. We saw him take out Gorgish, Rogue, 2-0. We saw him take out Farmer Jeff, Druid, 2-0. We saw him take out No-Hit Jerome, Priest, 2-0. Holy smokes, we saw him take out Eternal Sins, Warlock, 2-0. That spread is incredible. He's taken out a Priest, a Druid, a Rogue, and a Warlock, all 2-0. Hasn't lost a single match, or a single round, not once tonight.
Yeah, Josito's spread is pretty impressive.
We saw him take out Prodigy, Priest, 2-1. We saw him take out Mage, 2-0. Exane, Shaman, 2-0. Ecto, Warlock, 2-0. Same with him. He took out a Priest, a Mage, a Shaman, and a Warlock. And all night long, he's only lost 1 round.
Yep, and to note, he's won another tournament that I casted in SOD 2, so good dueler. And actually, wait, they both have. They both won a new Sterling tournament that I casted. Damn.
This is, I mean, you know what? Let's just real quick put up a, before they start the fight. They don't start yet. Did you start? Oh, too late.
They did.
I was gonna put up a poll. I was going to put up a poll, let people vote who they think's going to win.
Welcome one, welcome all to the last duel, our last series of duels here, rather. They are going to kill the pet. Lots of, just all that damage. That was the tracking whistle from the Scarlet Monastery. Now we're seeing Dr. Sacco down to about half HP. There is going to be the suck down to put on Josito. Is he going to be able to dispel it? He dispels it from himself immediately. He says, no, you cannot do that. This is Mind Blast comes down, but there's a lot of knockback. It is going to connect right now as that Shadow Weaving is stacking up. And that Warlock is taking a lot of damage from the Mind Flay right now. No Blackout procs yet. Down to 10% HP. Are we going to see more damage? The grenade comes down. It's not going to connect. The Shadow Word Death is enough to finish them off. And the first round goes to Josito Jones.
Josito Jones, round 1. What a fight. Josito just gave Dr. Psycho his second round loss of the entire night. Oh, whoops, that score was wrong the whole time, by the way, if you saw that. I didn't forget to switch it. That was actually 0-0. But now it's 0-1. Josito up.
Yep. Right off the rip. Already throwing down the flag. Josito, 31 buff Andy. Coming through here.
We're seeing Josito Jones here. It's looking like he's got about 28 buffs. Dr. Psycho sitting on, looks like about, what, 19? 20?
Oh,
20 buffs.
I would.
Oh, he got 82 blood.
Oh, there you go. I'd be curious, some of these players, you know, and who knows, maybe in the future you can always look into like fun things like winner loser interviews. Let's get this started. We can talk about that later. Blank Silence is going to go down there onto Dr. Psycho, not be able to dot up their opponent as these the Vampiric Embraces applied all those Os Void Plague, Shadow Word Pain, very deadly, and then they pump up the Homunculus and just try to do as much damage as possible, cycling that Shadow Word Death, starting to feel that mana burn, or that mana on them kind of dwindle, but they do have a lot in their utility belt. There it is right there. There is their dispersion. Mitigating all that
remember,
damage.
this is 3 out of 5, though.
This, best 3 out of 5. Good to note. Josito using the Grandmaster Arena Trinket there to shield some of this damage. That's a huge cooldown. Only going to be able to use this once in the tournament. There's the Shadow Word Death and the Blackout proc again. And it's going to be enough to finish them off in this second duel.
Josito moves up 2-0. Now this is it. We come down to the final round.
Dr. Psycho's tournament life on the line here.
For Josito only needs one more round to take the very first gold and the $100. Dr. Psycho's going to have to go 3 straight. I can tell you right now, I've definitely seen it done before. Down 2-0, 3 straight to win it all.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely don't count them out yet.
Not at all. Good dueler. I don't know what needs to happen. I think one of the biggest counters to these Warlocks right now is, because it is a bursty meta, it's a lot of damage going on right now, is Dispels. They really suffer when they can't life drain their opponents. Oh yeah, in the future though, you can always look at player interviews, whether it's winner, second place, third place, all 3, you know, kind of talking to them, be like, hey, this is a part of what we do. And some people enjoy it anyway. And you can ask, like, I usually you know, figure out those interesting questions to ask, but sometimes one would be for this one, like, how much did you spend, you know, on the tournament and consumables trying to get what you needed to win today? I'd be curious for some of these players. I'll end up asking them later.
I mean, when you look at all these buffs, even just, let's just say something at average. So pick an average number, what, 40 silver? We'll just say half a silver just to make, or half a gold just to make it super easy. 30 buffs, that's 15 gold.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it's just all consumables, that is.
Yeah, and you might have to use a couple you know, use them a couple times and all that stuff, and you know, some are shorter than others.
I'm seeing here, so he has meditations in here. You see here, like meditation of undeath. Do those count? Is this one? Will it target this to remove?
I don't think so. I think those are permanent buffs as part of the rune system you guys have. I don't think they're dispellable. We'd have to try that or look into that, but I don't believe so. That's right. It's possible though. I've been wrong before.
Got the mechanical dragon out. Harvest Reapers out. Harvest Reapers took some damage. He's a little beat up here.
Man, these pets. Oh, his Dragonling went down just because it took a minute.
Died just before fight starts. There was a shield on the Reaper.
Oh my gosh, dude, he's ready to win. He's a competitor, man. Meanwhile, Dr. Psycho's just been looking at him like, I'm ready. I'm ready for this, baby. All right,
ready to go. Says, let's get it.
This is potentially final match of the Rift Esports tournament. First one of its kind, but not the last, as they will be weekly, and we get this one started. Dots go down. We are going to see the blanket silence onto Dr. Psycho as the Fell Hunter tries to dispel what it can from Josito Jones. Kiting away. Neither player in a position to win this one just yet. More purges. There's the Shadow Fiend. Homunculus. The army of pets with the dots is beating up Dr. Psycho, bullying him. Shadow Word Death is going to get cycled down to 60% HP, 30% HP, 60% HP. There's the easy throw radiation bomb. Is it going to connect? It does on the pets. They are going to get connected with. We are going to see the dispersion away, and there is the life drain coming out from the Warlock. Is it going to get dispelled? If it doesn't, that could mean trouble for Zito. There's the health potion right now. Back into the Shadow Word Pain, getting mirror low. The second stream's going to come down, and so Zito takes the Warlock out of the tournament, wins the $100, and says, thank you for playing, but I will take this first one.
Wow, what a performance, man. That's crazy. We saw Josito didn't lose a round the entire night. He didn't lose a single round, not even one.
No, he came to game coming all the way from the Undercity. Josito Jones coming to win this first tournament. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Great player. Congrats.
Is Josito in Discord right now? See if he's in here. He is not in here. Josito, you want to pop in, get an interview from Farmer Jeff, OG Jeffrey?
I might have some questions for him.
Got some questions for you, Josito. We gotta know. And while we wait for him, if anybody's interested in these events, you see just below me right here, you'll see discord.gg/rift esports. That is our Discord in there. We have a bot that automates the whole process. The registration for next Wednesday will open up tomorrow morning. I believe it's 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just check for it from there. Just go into WoW registration channel, type /register, fill out the form, and then you're in. Just remember that 36 hours before the event starts, there will be a check-in channel for anybody that has registered, just to check in to make sure that you're still there. You know, you register tomorrow, the event's not for 6 more days. Things happen in between. So just want to make sure that you're going to show up. Let's take a look. And Josito, is Josito playing it shy, or is he just doing the fist pumps right now? It's walking around knowing he's proven himself again.
May or may not hear our comms too, honestly.
That is true.
Probably basking in glory.
See if he is. Oh my. There we go. Josito has left. Oh, Mudacris, thanks for that. Glad you liked it.
Hello.
Was that Jose right there? Josito right here?
Yeah.
Hello, congratulations, Josito, on another tournament win.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
Yeah. Yeah, lovely to see you duel. I figured I have a couple questions here. First off, what are your thoughts on No Rule Tournament? Did you like the format? What do you think of it?
Okay, this is my take, right?
Let's hear it.
In Classic WoW, there's so many things you can get. Like, 1 second, I mute my notifications, because I don't, this is distracting me. Yeah, sorry. There are so many things you can get in Classic WoW, not only like consumables from Alchemy, but consumables in the Ward, and pets, and so many things you can do. So it's kind of like overwhelming to get all of them and invest on it. I mean, it's part of the game, right? At the end of the day, I think if you want to win, you have to gather all these items. And it's kind of like in the game knowledge as well, to know most of them. Because some people don't even know. I know most of them because I did the Magura tournament from LTK. And I kind of had to do a lot of... I put a lot of time on investment. Like, I put up a lot of time reaching and searching for all of this stuff. Yeah, it's pretty game knowledge. I feel like most of the classes get more advantage than others with full consumables. War buffs, I feel like they're a little bit OP, in my opinion, to have. They're so OP, so broken.
Yeah, I feel you there.
And it's a lot of gold investment as well. Like I spent like 50G on consumables. I mean, obviously I didn't use all of them, but it's still gold investment. I'm not against it, but I'm not also a bit a fan of it, you know? It's just like...
Yeah, that's a perfectly reasonable answer. I agree with a lot of it. It's fun because you can see those things, those interesting things, and are as far as like what can these gamers bring out? what even exists, and some people might not even know all these little trinkets and things that exist. So it is neat to see that every once in a while. I agree. I feel like for that truly competitive duel especially, it is nice to fine tune it, but it was nice to see you guys all go all out, because there was a point when I was looking at your buffs and I was just like, what it was before I dueled you. I was like, I feel as though I've underprepared, which I kind of knew. I was going into it, I was like, I'm not going to pull out all the hoops, but I can't wait to see what everybody does to get everything they need. And that was my other question, what you ended up spending on it, and you said 50 gold. So yeah, interesting to me.
Most of the consumables on alchemy, like alchemy, they were kind of like pricey. Some of them, like especially like the fire res pots. I was like crafting like the engineering pet because it costs like 2G per each pet.
Yeah,
And just the stuff like that. Like since you're buying a bunch of stuff, like they might not be that expensive, but when you're buying all of them, it just adds up,
Yeah, 100%.
And it's like some buffs you don't even need, but they just help you for buff protection. So
yeah,
because like even like asking for buffs, like yo buff me, like even like the water breathing and all that stuff is just a buff protection. Whenever you face a class that has like spell magic, it just helps.
yeah, it really does. And I even before the tournament, there was like 4 people that whispered me like, "Hey, want to trade buffs? Want to trade buffs?" Not a lot of druids here, so I guess I was getting hollered at a lot for that. But yeah, I can see where you're coming at with all that. Honestly, some things I didn't even consider. Now, what would you say is, we'll shift away from the buffs and all that, because that on that one last thing on that'll be a conversation. Reef Johnson's doing something similar that I would do, where it's very loose, less rules, and then you transition into more rules, see what works, doesn't work, and you really lay a foundation for a solid set of rules for competitive duels as you go. That being said, if anyone has input on those things, feel free to get in the Rift Esports Discord, and there'll be discussion of rules and things like that going forward, I'm sure, and you guys can be a part of that. On to the next subject, other than buffs. What would you say your toughest matchup is Priest is?
Roll can be definitely challenging if you don't know how to play the mashup with whenever the helpful cities.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like a specifically like tag you gotta do against Rose if you want to win the first matchup at least with full cities. So you cannot mess up. It's kind of hard to win against them. I feel like at Boomy, I'm not even trolling. At Boomy can one shot you. I was just doing it yesterday when we're doing the duels, and a Boomy just hit me for like 1.8k Star Search, with Starfire, sorry. I just got global.
1.8k.
It can get dirty, man. It can get dirty.
I literally got global. But yeah, overall, I feel like Sharp. I mean, Demo Warlock is a hard matchup for me. But it was Psycho. He's kind of bad at the game, so it's okay.
Oh
It's not
shit!
that hard, I guess. Maybe it's not. Demo Warlock would have beat me, but Psycho, yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
Oh shit! Fighting words, a little rivalry. I love it.
I'm kidding. I love Psycho, bro. He's my friend.
Oh, okay, well,
I'm just messing around with him.
I love the banter.
Yeah.
Well, Jose, you did amazing. You didn't lose a single match. Oh, you didn't lose a single round. Oh, you didn't lose once.
No.
Yeah, I'm
Not even
excited
once.
for the next tournaments. You guys are gonna be hosting each week, right?
Yep, every single Wednesday, same time. Depending on
Yes.
how things go. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
have a request. Is there any way that you guys can do it like on Thursday or Friday, maybe?
Can't do it on Friday. We have a tournament that's been going on for a long time on Fridays. But depending on how there are some people in Europe actually that wish that they could play. So I mean, there is possibility depending on how Europe goes that we could talk to them and maybe make it before, maybe do like that one and then just immediately do this one. But at the moment, the answer is no for Friday. But Saturday is wide open. So I mean, if that helps, we
Oh
can do
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I feel like it also helps for viewership for you guys. I feel like if you guys do it on the weekend, maybe you can also like get more viewers as well.
That's true. Probably
Yeah, the viewers are nice, but they're not. My main concern, I'm just trying to make sure everybody has something fun to do. I really enjoy knowing that people have a good time, and that's really about it.
Honestly, too, even just as far as player, not even viewers, but probably more likely to have contestants that can go on weekends too. I would guess too, on as far as that goes. But yeah, something to put on the back burner.
Yeah, I'll definitely think about it. I mean, Wednesdays. The only reason I chose Wednesdays was because there's a gap there, and Wednesday starts with W, and World of Warcraft starts with a W. It's like literally the only reason I chose Wednesday.
Wow. I like that.
So yeah, I mean, Saturday could wide open. We could, and we call Fridays FNF for Friday night fights. So, I mean, we could follow that and pick like I don't know Saturday night Smash or I don't know
Okay.
whatever.
I like the sound of that. But yeah, anybody that wants to get involved with that discussion, don't be afraid to jump in the Discord because you can be a part of this process as Rift Esports and Reef Johnson kind of like formulate what these tournaments will look like going forward.
Yes, please. I would love all feedback. Anybody who wants to help, more than welcome. Anybody who wants to be a part of this, more than welcome. You just want to watch, you want to compete, whatever. Everything, we're completely open door. We try to be as transparent as possible. When things evolve and then rules start to get a little more tricky, a little more, I don't know, a little more intricate, I guess, then that's when those conversations they're very unlikely to go behind closed doors. I'd like to have everybody involved. Should that be a thing, if that's even a route we take. But that's talk for the future. Right now, just every week, come join, have some fun, watch. It's I love to do
Can
this.
I say one last thing? One last thing.
Absolutely.
I just want to say thank you for hosting the tournament because it's fun to do something, with the community, when the guilds and people sign up. I really
You're
appreciate you
welcome,
guys for making this up. I'm excited for the future tournaments. If you want to sign up, I just want you to know that I'm always going to be in the final, so make sure you beat me, of course.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, based on tonight, it looks like you're gonna. I saw you in that. I was saying it earlier. I'm not sure if you heard me, if you were watching the stream when I was saying it, but I watched that ridiculous OTK 100K tournament, that $100,000 tournament,
Oh,
and
dude,
I
that was so fried, dude. I leveled like 5 times.
I saw
I died
parts
so
of
many
that too,
times.
man. I felt for you each time you died because I was like a casual viewer of that thing, and every time you died, I was like, "Is he
Bro,
gonna do this again, man?"
bro, I literally never played well like I did for that tournament. Like I was playing like 19 hours a day.
boosted.
Like
I
I
love
mean, you made
that.
it to what the quarterfinals, I think, before you went down.
yeah,
I mean,
but
you
then I
made it
lost to the
far, man.
Warlock.
Fuck,
And then
man.
I lost to
That
the
was crazy.
Warlock. Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, in a way, you kind of got a little, a grain of sand of revenge. You beat Warlock tonight for the win, so
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
that's awesome. So
It's
yeah,
because you
great
suck.
job, man. That was super fun. Yeah, next week, like I said, so if you want to sign up, just don't expect it like on stream or like immediately after. Just know that the following day it'll tell you. If you go to the registration channel, it'll actually tell you. The bot says, I'll tell you right now. It says registration open 7 a.m. for me Eastern. So if you're in Pacific time, it opens up at 4 a.m.
Awesome.
Speedy says, "Can you let them know I'll give 100 gold to the winner each week?" Whoa, Speedy, 100 gold every week to the winner. Start next week, or are we gonna start now with Josito?
Josito's like,
Dang,
now would be good.
let me put in
Yeah, I
the
take
event
that.
donations
I
here.
take those 100G. Yeah,
Speedy,
guys,
what is?
thank you. I
Yep.
gotta go, but thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Yep. Thanks
Yeah,
for doing
thanks,
this,
Josito. I'll see you
man.
next week, man.
It was a
Bye.
lot of fun. I love watching you cast. Or sorry, play.
Bye.
Bye, dude.
Speedy, DM me on Discord. We have a if you look in. Oh, I actually have to make a new. No, I'm gonna just throw this into general. I show every donation ever. The largest tournament that we had was $3,000. That was in October, end of October. We had a $3,000 tournament, completely community based. Everybody donated into that. We had a $3,000 prize pool for the championships.
That's sick.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I document all that. It goes right in the event donations channel. I just moved it into general. Let me make sure that the everyone can see it now. Okay, so now everyone can see it. It's in the general category, but I'll put in all the donations in there, so that we can keep track. We try to keep everything, to the penny here. So, but yeah, Speedy message me, and then we'll throw you in there. Make sure that you get recognition for donating that gold, man. That's awesome. So I'll make sure next week it'll be $100 and 100 gold for the winner next week.
Let's go.
All right, well, everybody, thanks for watching. We will go. I have a little outro video we'll play, but once we do the outro, we'll raid. Jeff, you streaming right now?
I am, buddy. I am. That's very sweet of you to think of me.
We'll raid you. So
Cool.
awesome. Discord.gg/Rift Esports. Hop in there, even if you just want to show up and get into the conversations. But if you want to register, go in there. WoW registration channel. Just type /register, and then fill out the form. Starting tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pretty much every time stamp that you see in that Discord will automatically adjust to your time zone.
Awesome.
Bolsey, the winner for this week is $100. Next week, the winner will get $100 and 100 gold. So already building it up.
That's
Thanks, Speedy, for the
exciting.
100 gold.
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for competing, Jeff. Thank you. There's no way I can ever top Jeff's commentating. You're legitimate, like a pro, dude. That's so good.
Dude, I'm smiling. I'm like blushing. Thank you. I love doing this shit. So thanks for including me. And I was like, I didn't want to like be like, I'll cast, but I was really excited that you were like, anyone want to cast? I'm like, oh, me. So thanks for including me.
Every time ever, dude. For real. That was incredible.
I'll be here.
You made it happen.
Thank you so much.
All right, well, I'm gonna play this outro video. We're gonna raid Jeff, and see you next week. We're gonna actually, real quick, Tuesdays PvP Insider. It's for this other stream, but I'm gonna start putting in WoW information in there. So if you want to be a part of that or start helping out newer players improve at PvP, let me know, and then I can get your builds or your advice or whatever. We can start doing those on Tuesdays.